Bama gang. We always hit the nail on the head. Woo, woo, woo. Miami. All right. So, anyways, while I wait for some of you guys to get on in here, let me just go ahead and get some of the sponsor stuff out of the way. So, BetUS. There's a link down below in the description. You can click on that, sign up, make a deposit. This season, guys, we're gonna be doing a lot of betting on the channel. So you guys can sign up and we're gonna bet together. We're gonna make this money together. Yes. So, anyways, it's simple. Click the link, sign up, make a deposit. You can bet on games, you can play casino, blackjack, and all that good stuff. Racing, horse races, baseball, basketball. You can bet on anything. So the link is down below. You click that in the description. I'll probably put it in the comment section also. As you guys come on in, make sure you hit the like button, please and thank you. If you're popping up on your phone, hit the X on the chat, hit the like button, and just hit the chat again, and you're right back in there. But make sure you hit the like button. It's the best way to help out the channel. Also, if you want to help out the channel, you can also hit that donation button. All donations to the channel will go into the Texas A&M trip. I do plan on getting you guys great footage from Texas A&M, so I would love, some extra support, financially. But if you don't have it, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. It is what it is. So, anyways, just want to catch you guys up a little bit on what's been going on. As you guys know, a lot of you guys been asking me, t2y, when you gonna put out some merch? When you gonna put out some merchandise, t-shirts, stuff like that? Well, you guys been with me for a minute. 10,000 of us. We lit. So when you hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, they actually allow you to put merchandise on your channel. So now when you click on my videos, if you look a little bit down before you get to the comment section, you'll see merchandise. So I did launch my merchandise today, but I am going to share that with you guys and a lot of other things, Miami Hurricane related, football, you name it. So without further ado, we're going to get into that. Also, for those of you that wondering, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you cannot comment in the comment section. And here's why, if you're wondering. As of lately, YouTube has been experiencing a lot of robots, a lot of sex bots, the ones that come in there and put the little freaky stuff in there, the robots. Well, it kind of affects your channel when a lot of those pop up. So now I'm going subscribers only because robots can't subscribe to your channel. Robots can't really comment if they're not, subscribed. So there you have it, subscribers only. And as a matter of fact, let me see if we got anybody in the chat. Appreciate you, autism. Appreciate you, autism awareness for life. I got you, t2y. Hit that damn like button. Appreciate you, boss. So, merchandise. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and share the merchandise with you. Like I said, below, before you get to the comment section, you'll see merchandise. If you want to click on them, you want to purchase anything, you do so. I don't send it to you directly. I don't make it myself. It comes from Teespring. So all I do is provide the designs and they do all the work. So, I'm a busy man, man. I got to work, got to take care of them kids. So can't really be on it like that. Can't be out here shipping out products and stuff like that. And, but here we go. So like I said, Teesprings launched merchandise. If you want to, buy anything, that's cool. If not, support the channel other ways like button and stuff like that. So here we go. I made a couple designs, guys. You know me. The first one say we going 12-0. Damn it, dang it. Couldn't put damn it on there. I want to put damn it on there, but trying to keep it PG. But we going 12-0. Dang it. And on the back it just say Canes. So that's t-shirts, jackets and stuff like that. You get that. A lot of you guys have been on the channel. You heard me say, that's tough. A lot. So you know what? Go ahead and put it on a t-shirt. Also got it on the t-shirts, hoodies and everything like that. That's tough. Instead of having the U on there, it's like two hands, for the U instead of the U in tough. Yeah. So also for you guys that love to troll Florida State, we got the 52-10 shirt. 52-10. That's tough. 52-10. That's tough. A lot of you Florida State fans, since you got your little 4th and 14 shirts, go ahead and get you a 52-10 shirt. Also made a little mug right here. Basically, the mug says Gators and Seminole Tears. Gators and Seminole Tears. Mommy's favorite drink. Gators and Seminole Tears. So go ahead and get your little mug or whatever, Of course, like I said, we going 12-0, dang it. Shirts up. That's tough shirts out there. Also got the official T2y merchandise, which is basically Hurricane T2y on the front and the banner on the channel on the back. So you'll get like the Hurricane T2y on the front, and then, like I said, the banner on the back, and also the cup, the glass, the Hurricane T2y glass. So there you guys have it. For those of you guys that have been asking for merchandise are up. Merchandise is up, so you guys can go cop if you want to, support if you want to. No pressure. I will be making more designs and stuff like that, so you guys could, check out the stores every now and then. You'll see some new stuff popping up. I do come up with different things for that. All right, let's move on from that. Let's dig into some of the stuff that's been going on with the Canes. As you guys can see here, we got a lady on the staff right here. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have heard of this already. I think it's been about a week now, but we haven't done a live, in a little second. So we do have a lady here. She's a director of recruiting administration. So welcome, Mackenzie. Welcome to the Canes. Hopefully, you help us land some of these recruits, some of the guys that are what is it called when a guy see a girl and they get all the little googly stuff. Hopefully, she could be that little eye candy to persuade some of these kids as, hey man, mommy got some beautiful shawties down there. Not that we need it, but hey, it's a plus. It's a plus. You see the Gators and Seminoles trying to use it to their advantage, so hey, why not? But hey, welcome Mackenzie to the coaching staff, recruiting. That's the I see we got Marcus in the building. Marcus, what's going on with you? I know you like that 52-10 shirt. I know you're gonna buy you one of those. Man, Chris, what's going on with you? If I ever run out of tissue, I'm using 4th and 4 t-shirt. Man, I see I got Peanut in the building. Peanut done became a mommy hater officially. It's okay, Peanut. I know Georgia broke y'all spirit, but it's okay. What else we wanted to talk to you guys about? Okay, Canes. Like I said, we're just gonna run through the Canes Twitter. As you guys know, my boy Njoku, the Browns tight end, signed a huge contract with him. So, congratulations to that pro Cane right there. Also, while we talking about pro Canes, as you guys know, finally retired after 365 years now. My boy Frank Gore finally retired, man. Congratulations to him. Prosperous career in the NFL, a little bit of boxing now, everything like that. So, hey, congratulations, my guy. Retirement. He did sign a one-day contract with the 49ers, so he retired at the 49ers. Legendary Cane. Where are we at? Hall of Fame nominees for the Miami Hurricanes, of course, college football. You got Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey from the 2001 team, the best team in college football ever. Nobody can debate that. It is what it is. Best team ever. Nobody can debate that. Okay. Ray Lewis, of course. Brian McKinney. Larry Coker. That one is kind of, I don't know about Larry Coker. He did win a national championship now, but according to a lot of Miami Hurricane fans, and not just t2y, anybody, and I do mean anybody, could have won with that team. Let me know if y'all agree. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree with that. Larry Coker won the national championship in 2001, but anybody could have won that championship with that team that we had. Put a 1 if you agree, put a 2 if you don't, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Did I mention and Mark Ricks. Mark Ricks is in there. I know in the early 80s, Mark Ricks was a quarterback at the University of Miami, so he did coach there a couple years too. So we'll see how that goes. You got your guy here, Roland Smith. He's on board, just came from the high school level, winning championships, saying basically in his video that he wants to do it on the collegiate level, Miami alumni. So, hey, let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Mario did appear on The Herd. We're going to break that down in a minute. Also, Ultimate Youth Camp on June 12th, and registration 11 a.m. All right. You said, can you win your own man? Hey, you got to get into the future now, man. That was last week. You got to come up with some new material, Peanut. Man, CJ Taylor, what's going on? What's up, t2y coming from the Bahamas? Oh, snap. Hey, man, shout out to the Caribbeans, man. As you guys know, I am a Jamaican, so shout out to them Caribbean islands. Appreciate each and everybody that's tuning in from wherever you are, wherever you're watching from. As a matter of fact, put down below in the chat, where are you watching from? What state are you in? What city are you in? Rep your set. Put it down below. Put it in the comment section, I meant. All right. So I wanted to take a good look at these some photos that was coming out of practice right now. As you guys know, summer practice going on. So yeah, you got your boy Blades over here. Trevante Citizen is the main attraction as of right now. You got, a lot of eyes on Trevante Citizen. Coming in, a lot of buzz. A lot of guys are saying, yo, this guy is looking like he's on a whole different level. Like, seriously, is he really just coming out of high school? Because he's already looking bigger and can't say better, but bigger than most of the running backs on the team already. Most of the athletes on the team already. So Trevante Citizen, man, I think, boy, I'm telling you, man. Let me see what y'all got going on. Jordan in the building. My boy Hunter got an extension. Speaking of extension, Florida State fired Mike Martin Jr., not Mike Norvell, Mike Martin Jr., their baseball coach. The head coach for the baseball team got fired today. When I saw it, it said Mike got fired. So I clicked on it, of course, thinking it was going to be Mike Norvell. But nope, it's Mike. But, with Florida State, you can't really tell which Mike it's going to be because they had like 3 Mikes in, top position. Mike Norvell, Mike Alfred, and Mike Martin. So they fired Martin. I guess the baseball team, losing as bad as they've been losing, they finally got rid of the guy. So, hey, good luck to that guy and his family. I hope Florida State do hire somebody for their head baseball team, somebody terrible, somebody that'll make them look even worse than they are. It is what it is. No love over here. No love. None. Man, let me see. Chris says, to be honest, it was pretty much autopilot for him. Yeah. Larry Coker won that thing easily, man. Jordan Bowman in the building. He says from Greensville, South Carolina. That's tough. Homestead in the building. What's going on with you? All right. Oh, Canada. Got Canada in the building. Ezekiel is in Canada, Montreal, Canada. Hey, shout out to Canada, man. Jersey Drake. And I get Tory Lane. I'm the only 2 people I really know from Canada. I do got some family up in Canada, though. A couple aunties and uncles. I might want to visit Canada. I don't know. What we got? Oh, I know Peanut. We know you in Alabama. Haynesville, Georgia. Hey, shout out to Georgia. Georgia in the building. Peanut say you say the same thing every year. I'm gonna say it again next year too. You already know. All right. But anyways, like I said, photos coming out of summer practice. You got the man, you got your safeties, your DBs, and everybody. Got James out there looking taller and lengthier than everybody out there. So, Jafari Harvey on the side over here, Cam Kitchens and all them boys. You know, they out there getting it in, man, sweating their butt off. You know, it's Florida. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot on top of hot. Go outside one day, it's raining, it's tropical storm. Then by the afternoon, boom, it's cold again. Well, it's never cold, but it's like it's cool again, and then the sun come back out and it's hot. So basically, Florida is bipolar. It is what it is. But these are pictures coming out of camp, as you guys can see right there. You got your boy Tyler Van Dyke and Jake Garcia. So we're gonna get a little bit into it about Tyler Van Dyke, Jake Garcia, Mario Cristobal, and some of the guys that's been put in Miami in their top 10s, top 4s, top 5s, recruiting wise. So these are what's coming out of camp right now. Photos. A lot of hype around Tyler Van Dyke, guys. A lot of hype. So we also got a video that came out today. Not going to play no audio because it will get copyrighted. Like I said, won't play no audio because it will get copyrighted because they do play music. But as you guys know, them boys in the weight room. Them boys working out. So let's get it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that like button, please, and thank you. Boys putting in work. Like I said, them boys putting in work out there, man. It's hot, as you can see. Your boy Mallory out there sweating his tail off. I did put a poll in the chat earlier to see which position are you guys, which position group are you guys more excited to see this year? So let me go ahead and take a good look at that real quick. Let me go ahead and take a look at that, see where we at with that. See how you guys feeling on that. Which position groups are you guys more excited to see this year? All right, boom. Yeah, bear with me, guys. I got a lot of tabs open right now, so kind of gets a little crazy. Shout out to all my Dragon Ball Z fans also too. Tomorrow in Japan, the Dragon Ball Z movie will be out, so it'll be in theaters in America August 19th. So shout out to all the Dragon Ball Z fans. A lot of us grew up on that. All right, so right now, make sure you guys hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. We got 15 likes right now, but hit the like button. It's like 20 of us in here. We should have at least 20 likes. Hit the like button. Here we go for the poll. So I asked you guys, which position groups are you guys most excited?
Don't advertise on Google Ads or Facebook before.
And wide receiver, linebacker, running back, and quarterback was the choices I put up there. Now I know a lot of you guys are like offensive line, defensive line. I know. But I just wanted to see, the skill positions. But anyways, most of you guys are 32% of you guys are saying basically quarterback. Tyler Van Dyke, Jake Garcia, Jakari Brown. Running back has 24%, linebackers 24%, and receivers 20%. So a lot of you guys are pretty much it's a little bit balanced between positions or whatever. That was 25 votes. So alrighty. So you guys want to see what Tyler Van Dyke and Jake Garcia going to do this season. All right, cool. But anyways, let's get into this video though. As you guys can see on the screen right here, the herd. Callan, of course, did an interview with Mario Cristobal. It's a 15-minute interview. We're going to, I'm not going to show it on the screen, but you guys are going to hear the audio, and we're going to break that down, talk about it, see what you guys think. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Joy Taylor is our new guest booker on the show. She got Mario Cristobal on the show, the former Oregon coach, and Mario, the new coach of the Canes. It's funny. You're the coach of Miami, and you just look right in that shirt. You look like the coach of Miami. This is where you should be. But I will say, you had built something special at Oregon. I mean, I covered them for years and years, Mario, and I think people think, oh, it's easy. You left friends, you left relationships. Were there nights in this transition that were not easy for you moving to Miami?
Well, I don't think any move is ever easy, and especially when your kids are 10 and 12 and they have their friends and they've been playing on the same football teams and basketball teams, and really you were just about to hit what's supposed to be your best years after, your classes are now going to be juniors and seniors and maybe fifth-year guys. So it's difficult leaving situations like that, but I played at Miami. I was born and raised in Miami. My entire existence has taken place over here, and I think we all know how different and special Miami is when Miami is on. So this is the right choice for myself, my family, and I think I also owe it to this city and this community.
Is building Oregon different than building Miami? Are there similarities or real differences? Like, you don't have to leave the state as much. I know that, to get players.
I mean, there's always a similarity, or some similarities, I should say, when you're building or rebuilding a program. When we arrived at Oregon, we were 4-8. Okay, arriving over here, Miami's previous season was 7-5. Geographically, it's a whole different animal. Accessibility as well, and it's two different, again, almost stratospheres, because you're looking at public school versus private school. Really nice facilities. We're about to get nice facilities. Those are the similarities, but the region, like you mentioned, there's a ton of football and population density on this side of the country with football players is amazing. And access to that is something that is, well, let's just say there's a reason why the entire country comes down to this part to recruit and fill their rosters.
I'm a big fan of the transfer portal, although I would, for the integrity of college football's regular season, Labor Day to the end of the regular season, I don't think you should be able to transfer. By the way, there's a trade deadline in the NFL, so I'm for players moving and having power. Coaches do, administrators do. I think players should move. Just let's have some integrity. Also, I'm for the NIL. But again, I think you should have to be on a campus before you get paid. I don't want to be bidding for high school players. I think that's kind of gross. That's not what it was intended to be. But the NIL is freaking a lot of people out, and the transfer portal is. But I would argue you'll be able to build your program much faster with his transfer portal than maybe Saban could at Alabama. He lost to Louisiana Monroe his first year. It took him like 3 years. So is there anything about the NIL, though? Because you're a great recruiter. Is there anything about it right now that worries you where you really think it needs guardrails?
I mean, I wish we all knew more about it to talk about what it really needs, right? I mean, we're in a great situation because Miami is a city that's ascending, right? University of Miami, and our program is also ascending. There's a lot of unknowns. It's caused a lot of friction, uncertainty, but it's also created a lot of opportunities. So what's that next step? What are the answers? Well, I think everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to maximize its potential. And there's the fear of the unknown of what are the ramifications? What comes with this that we haven't experienced yet? So I'm all for it. Like you, I think the transfer portal is a good thing. I think that deadlines and the requirements are important as it relates to coaches as well. When guys can move on and when they are, required to stay past a certain date. So there's a lot of answers we don't have yet, but I was hoping you would have them on this show for us.
Mario, there are, and I've said this for years, that when it's not just that you win in Los Angeles. The great Laker teams have also been they've been Showtime. They've had a glamour to them. This is a very distracted market. Beaches, mountains, multiple pro teams. You got to have a little flair here. Sean McVay, Stafford. Los Angeles just isn't about winning. It's how you win. Miami feels that way to me, is that I like how the Dolphins have pivoted to an offensive franchise. They were with Marino. He rarely had a great defense. I feel like the Miami Hurricanes to win, to really sell the program. I think a little flash is fun. They feel like that as a program. I miss as a fan the Miami Hurricane swagger. I really do. I think it's your brand. How do you balance that? Some of that high-end glamour and fun with the fact that maybe that's not your personality.
I mean, you're looking at a guy that walked into a locker room with, I see a couple of my former teammates bouncing around today with guys like Michael Irvin and Alonzo Highsmith and the Randall Thrill Hills of the world that, ran up the tunnel at the Cotton Bowl up against the University of Texas. It's, the energy and passion at the University of Miami. It was never about the facilities here. I mean, I hope people recognize that, right? Remember, it was all about a brotherhood. People always wondered, why does Miami have so many people on the sideline? Why is your sideline littered with NFL Pro Bowlers at every single game, every possible occasion? Why? Because it was almost like we took it personally that everyone else had so much of these nice facilities and these unbelievable amenities, and we didn't. So we were going to make up for that with hunger and drive and determination and go out and kick some butt. So that's part of it. The second part is now we're getting those facilities. Now the resources are in place. So I think that's a great combination, So how do you balance that? I think Jimmy Johnson was the master of that. He knew how to instill discipline, how to instill toughness and physicality, but at the same time, let the guys play, right? When it came down to kicking the ball off, he let them cut it loose.
Yeah.
And they cut it loose with discipline, and they played at a really high level and made history.
Yeah. So I want to ask you about a couple of players, because you and Nick Saban are the only active head coaches in college football with a top 10 pick in 3 straight drafts. So you develop talent, you evaluate it at a high level. That's it. You and Nick, that's it. I want to ask you about Kayvon Thibodeau. Obviously, he's an electric, dynamic player. Some have said he doesn't have the Chase Young presence. What's the selling point? How did you use him, and how do you think he'll be as an NFL player? How would he be most effective as a pro?
Well, I think you saw himself in the Coliseum a couple of times, right? I mean, he was outstanding as a competitor, as a worker, and as a teammate. And everyone knew he was a natural pass rusher. I mean, you have to have explosiveness, a quick first step, learning how to play with leverage, natural power. He has that. His ability to dissect offensive tackles or sets, understand the game itself. Like, when are you to the sword side, the zone side? When do you have the man side? When's a guy short setting you? When's he deep setting you? When's he soft setting you? He understands the use of hands, technique. And you know what? You combine all that with the fact that he knows and takes pride in playing the run, and you have yourself a complete player who has only played 3 years of college ball, and in reality, only 2.5, because the pandemic year, right? You only played 6, 7 games, and his last year at Oregon, due to his injury, only played 5 or 6 games. His best football is ahead of him. He's going to be a superstar.
Your quarterback, Tyler Van Dyke, is I saw him play 2 or 3 times last year. He's obviously an NFL quarterback. Where can he get better? Where can you take him?
He is an an exceptional leader. He's a relentless pursuit of excellence guy, and his decision making is on point. His accuracy, his arm strength, he understands protections, the run game. He is a complete player. He really is, and he's very mobile. His pocket presence is off the charts. He understands defenses as well as anybody I've been around. He reminds me a lot of what we had at Oregon and Justin Herbert a few years back. And again, he only played, I believe, in 7, 8 games last year. And you saw how Miami's offense just really took a huge uptick when he was in there. So we think he's going to be one of the best players in the country right now. He's done a great job in the offseason with our team. Certainly in spring practice, he was off the charts as a competitor and as a leader. So big things expected of Tyler Van Dyke.
Did you know, when you watch Herbert now, you obviously knew he was talented. Joy and I had said there was a lot of doubts about him. And we watched the Rose Bowl, because I watched a lot of Oregon games because I covered them. And we watched the Rose Bowl, and that Wisconsin defense was good. And he made linebackers in open field miss completely. I'm like, we don't get the questions. When was the moment with Justin you were like, wow, this kid is because you had him, you saw all the growth?
Oh, upon arrival. I mean, actually on the way there on the iPad, just watching him and watching the arm talent, and then getting to know him over at through our time at Oregon and watching him at practice. Some of the things he would do was incredible. And a team that was growing. I think people don't give him enough credit for taking the reins of a team that was starting to rebuild, a team that had been 4-8, and then 2 years later, you're 12-2, you win the conference, and you win the Rose Bowl while the pieces are still coming along. While throwing for whatever he threw for 3,500 yards and 29 plus touchdowns, very little interceptions. This guy, he showed it. We really, really impressed upon every team that came around how he's the best we've ever been around. And the right team picked him for the right system with the right coach, the right players. And sky's the limit, man. He's just getting started.
So I always thought Jason Taylor, Joy's brother, was one of the nicest guys I ever worked with. I mean, I always thought if I was that good looking, I'd be so obnoxious. And yet he's like, I mean, so literally the guy like is a Neutrogena commercial. He's the best looking human ever. And he was like the nicest guy. And I was always like, and he's just really a decent guy. So you brought him on the staff. And Joy here's blushing, of course. And Joy's one of the nicest people I've ever worked with. But I love the fact that and this is what Pete Carroll did at USC. He brought the family back. He brought everybody back. And tell me a little bit about Jason Taylor, because I know what a good dude he is. Joy obviously does. And just what he brings to the program and what kind of guy he is.
Yeah, you're right. We were going to have a women's coaching clinic. We had to cancel due to just overflow of applications. People wanted to come see Jason Taylor. So the best way to describe Jason Taylor, and everyone in the building will echo this, is I've never seen a guy who wears a gold jacket, really has nothing to prove, has done it all up until this point in his life, but yet he shows up every single day as if he has everything to prove. I was blown away, and everyone is, by the fact that he's even a better person than he was a player. And that's hard to imagine. Just the ability to connect, communicate, inspire, teach, unbelievable knowledge. I mean, his impact has been felt immediately by everyone in the building. People gravitate to him, and he's a special human being.
Finally, I was thinking about this. So you won Coach of the Year in the Pac-12 in 2019. Obviously, had great success. But I hear coaches sometimes. Coaches move in their second job and third job, and they learn things. If I said Mario Cristobal today is coaching against Mario Cristobal first year at Oregon, where have you made the biggest leap that Miami will benefit from? Where have you made your big leap as a coach?
I think the things that Jimmy Johnson, I'll even go further back, Dennis LaVelle, my high school coach, the stuff that he reinforced back then was reinforced here at the University of Miami, was reinforced coaching for Nick Saban at Alabama. Was that at the heart of all of it, it's connection and relationships combined with intensity and passion, and we pour an insane amount of time with this stuff. And as the years go on, anytime you stray from those principles and values that are true to being successful and winning, not only on the field, but in developing these young men for that next step in life. We are their last pit stop, right? After this, it's the real world.
Yeah.
Tough job market, relentless, right? Unforgiving economy. To never ever stray from those principles and values. And if you could coach against yourself, and if I could coach against myself, I'd always say, don't ever, ever, ever stray from the principles of emphasizing discipline, physicality, culture, relentless effort. Because with those things, if you stick to those principles, you emphasize those things, and you make sure that how you do anything is how you do everything, and that is your culture, always, to every single person in the building, you're going to do well.
Mario Cristobal. Well, Joy, listen, she's going to get real obnoxious if you guys start winning 10, 11 games. I'm going to have a lot to deal with, Mario. I'll tell you that right now. But I've said it multiple times, the sport needs Miami. They feel different than every other program. They are just polarizing and fun and full of personality. And I appreciate you taking time. I wish you the best of luck. You're not going to need luck because you're going to get good real fast. And thanks. I really appreciate you stopping by.
Appreciate you.
All right, guys. As you heard, basically Mario Cristobal interview with the Herd. Good interview. Talked about, Tyler Van Dyke. Talked about his past at Oregon and Miami, when Miami's good, what it means for the sports and stuff like that. Breaking it down, what it takes to be a Miami Hurricane. So, appreciate the content from the herd. So let me check on the chat real quick. For those of you guys, appreciate you, boss. I still do got the Jimmy Johnson poster that you sent me. I still got it on the wall over here on my Canes wall. So appreciate you for that. Mr. HD, what's going on with you? What's good with you, boss? All right. RR says beer and ribs. So I guess you guys could put in the chat what you guys having for dinner if you haven't already ate dinner. If you ate dinner, what you had for dinner. Let's get into this other video I want to get into because I saw it earlier. Shout out to Josh Patay from 247 Sports. I want to see what you guys think of it because a lot of people been hating on Miami, been hating on Tyler Van Dyke, been hating a lot of hate.
Tyler Van Dyke at Miami. This is a huge impact guy because a lot of folks are in different camps on what to expect from him, but that's the definition of an impact guy. You could find someone out there who would tell you, Tyler Van Dyke, I don't like him. I think he's going to be a bust. You could find other people who say he's got NFL potential, and he's certainly being slept on because Miami as a program maybe slept on this year. Well, that's impact because everybody in the ACC looks around and they realize right now there are no dominant quarterbacks in the conference. If there was, there would be a dominant team this year. There is not a perceived dominant team. Clemson is that. They're the odds-on favorite to win the conference. You don't know what DJ Uiagalelei is going to be. You don't know if maybe Cade Klubnik's got to be starting quarterback for him. So at Miami, think about what Tyler Van Dyke can be. If he's good, if he fulfills on the immense potential he has, Miami's a contender. But if he's not, then what does that do to clear the way for an NC State or a Wake Forest or a Pitt? We have no clue what that means. That's the definition of an impact guy.
All right, so like I said, guys, a lot of talk on Tyler Van Dyke. The hype is real, man. The hype is real. I hope Tyler Van Dyke is all the way locked in and ready to go. It is what it is, man. You got a lot to live up to right now. But anyways, kind of want to see how you guys are feeling so far in this off season. As you know, baseball wrapped up, basketball's done. Pretty much right now, everything is set on recruiting. So I'm gonna put the link in the chat because I do want to get some of you guys' thoughts and opinions on how everything's been going so far. Are you guys impressed? Are you not impressed? Are you waiting to see what's going to happen on the field? Just want to have an open conversations on the mood for the Miami Hurricanes going into 2022. Want to see how you guys feeling, how the fans are feeling, what's the expectations. So the link is in the chat. You guys can go ahead and click on that. Come on and join us. Let us know how you feel. I won't. This show won't be too long tonight. Won't keep you guys too long. It's a Friday night. I know some of you guys want to go out and party. Get your drink on, get your mojitos, and your whatever it is that you drink. I see a lot of you guys, probably going out to dinner, probably take the wife out on a date or something. So I'm not going to keep y'all too long on this Friday night, But the link is in the chat. Click on it, and you guys can come on in, give me your thoughts and opinions. I'm also going to pull up another graphic for you guys, a couple graphics to show you guys basically where we at with a lot of kids that we've been going after recruiting wise, Notre Dame did land 5-star quarterback. I think his name is Carr or something like that. I can't quite remember his first name. But yeah, they did land that kid, number one wide receiver, I guess. Good grab for Notre Dame. Probably won't, Let me stop the hating. Let me stop the hating, boy. I was about to go in. You got to stop hating on some of these teams in 2022. You know, psych. All right. So, anyways, couple top tens, couple couple of the kids' top tens are coming out recruiting wise. 2022. Another kid here, Ellis Robinson, the fourth. He's a 2024 guy. He's a cornerback. Miami has made his top 10. Miami has made this top 10. Miami is on the same list with South Carolina, USC, Alabama, Oklahoma, LSU, Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia, and the Florida Gators. So that's a cornerback for 2024 class. So we'll keep an eye out on some of these. And yeah, there you go. CJ Carr. That's the quarterback that committed to Notre Dame. So, good luck to Notre Dame. Good luck to Notre Dame. Hopefully they join the ACC and stop running. Hopefully that NBC contract ain't that beautiful no more, so they can come on in. But yeah. Another kid dropped his top four guys. The commitment will be made on July 23rd, according to him. So his top four schools right now, you got Miami, Georgia, Florida, and Ohio State. So we'll see how that goes. Another one. This one was kind of funny to me because why not stay in Florida? The coaching staff at the Florida Gators have been preaching this. Now, this right here on the screen, you probably wondering who this guy. This is Keem Williams. He's a 5-star wide receiver. Just got his 5-star not too long ago. Basically, the Florida Gators, as soon as he got his 5-star, they've been pushing for him. He did say a couple nice things about him, and then a couple days ago, dropped his top 6. Where's the Gators? Nowhere to be found. Funny thing is, even Florida State, who nobody thought was in there at all, made the list. But his top 6, Alabama, Florida State, Pitt, Miami, Georgia, and Texas A&M. If you ask the Gators, he got a top 7, and the Gators will be number 7. Stupid. Oh, man. All right, so another kid dropped his top 8. You got Derek Williams, safety, 2023 class, top 8. Clemson, Miami, LSU, Texas, Alabama, Michigan, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep an eye on these kids. Once they start narrowing down some of these schools, another top 6 dropped. You got the Gators, Alabama, SC, Hawaii, Tennessee, and Miami. So Miami is making a lot of impact on a lot of the top prospect. So we'll keep an eye on them. I don't like to really, push on top 5s and stuff like that. I like to follow them more when they get down into the top 5, because that's when you make your official visits. Most of the time, you're only going to visit around 5 schools officially, so you'll really know where their top 5 is, because those are the schools they're going to visit anyway, because they want to make that final decision. So these top 8, top 9s, I don't really, dig too deep in them. I'm like, yeah, we're still in the fight, but, let's just hope we get in the fight when it comes down to the top 5. Okay. All right. And there you have it, another kid, top 6. You got Seminoles. You got the Gate. You got no Gators. That's a shame. That's a shame. Where BB at? Didn't BB say all these kids were going to Florida like last week? That's tough. All right, so you got your boy Samson. He did drop his top 9. So Oregon, Oklahoma, Alabama, Georgia, Gators, Penn State, Ohio State, Miami, and Michigan State. So top 9, I keep an eye on them. When he drop it down to top 4, top 5, I'll take more interest. But it's good to see that we're still in the fight. Another one. I gotta get that DJ Khaled sound effect. Another one. Alabama, Vanderbilt, Michigan State, Georgia, Texas A&M, Miami, Baylor, Oklahoma. So let me see what you got going on here. You say no FSU on the list. A lot of the kids at Florida thought they was going after. They ain't on the list either. Say college football is better when Miami is a contender. Sure is taking a while though. Yeah. I mean, hey, I can say the same thing for Notre Dame. Taking a long time, ain't they? Taking a real long time. But anyway, we got another guy here, Nicholas Herbert. Top 7, Michigan, Southern Cal, Miami, Maryland, Georgia, LSU, South Carolina. So Miami's making major impact on recruiting. I mean, that's what's going to happen when you got one of the top recruiters as your head coach, and then you got a coaching staff that's well known and highly recommended. So we're looking good right now. So you guys are keep paying attention. We're gonna get some visits done. We just had a visit by Jaden here. He came through a couple of days ago. Had a great visit at Miami. He will visit Michigan State next, then Ohio State, and then he'll visit Texas. So Miami is in his top 4 schools, whatever. He's a 4-star safety, so we're gonna keep an eye out on him. He already made his official visit to Miami not too long ago. So, all right. So let's see if we can find some more candidates for the Hurricanes. All right. We already talked about Damari Brown. He made his top 6. Miami made it. All right, so another top 6 edge rusher here. Miami made his top 6. So Jaden Wayne, Oregon, Alabama, Georgia, Michigan State, Miami, and LSU. That's his top 6. So keep an eye out for that kid. Also, keep an eye out for commitment from a quarterback. Basically, we'll make his announcement on the 18th. So this quarterback will make his announcement. Final schools that it's down to: LSU, Oregon, Florida, Ole Miss, Miami, Cal, and Texas A&M. So Rashada, a lot. I know you guys been hearing that name a lot. Jaden Rashada. He will make his commitment on the 18th. So keep an eye out for him. All right, another another one. This first name is kind of crazy, but the Quavius, I think that's how you say his name. Sorry, he's dropped his top 8. Auburn, Miami, South Carolina, Florida Gators, Alabama, Georgia, Texas A&M, and Tennessee. So, most of these kids probably won't make the decision, till around like season time, and some of them will make it in July and August. So we'll just keep an eye out for them. I do expect Miami to have a great class this year, finish in the top 10, that kind of thing. So we'll keep an eye out. All right, so I think that's about it. That's about it. We're not gonna go any further. Any of these guys pop up with a top this, top that. If it's a top 5 or so, I'll make a video letting you guys know. If not, if it's just somebody dropping the top 8, top 9, top 10, stuff like that, I'll just keep a mental note of it, write it down somewhere, watch them when they narrow the schools down and get a little bit more serious. Then I'll report that to you guys. But hold on. Okay, we got Jordan in the building. Jordan, what's going on with you, boss? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Question of the day: did Georgia break Clemson?
You always gotta add, yes. We broke.
So what's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. I'm excited about recruiting. It's really taken off for Clemson this past weekend. We've already gotten like 4 commits in the last 3 days, and we got some more coming. So I think we're up to 12th in the recruiting rankings right now. I think we could finish with a top 5 class if we get some of the guys that I think we're gonna get.
You still confident on Nathaniel Joseph?
I've never been confident on Nathaniel Joseph, but I do think we gave him something to think about over the weekend. I still think he's going to decommit. I still think he's going to Miami. I saw something about him going to possibly visiting Louisville. I'm like, oh, no, he's not going to Louisville. It's Miami, or if he's going to decommit for anybody, it's going to be Miami. And so that's what I think is going to happen. But we'll see. He's got a lot of people in his ear. He's got I think he's conflicted. I think he likes Clemson, but a lot of his family wants him to go to Miami, and I know he grew up a Miami fan, so I won't blame him. I know Manny Diaz was stupid and didn't want to offer him, so it is what it is. If he leaves, I mean, I respect his decision.
All right, so I just pulled up on the screen here. I'm just scrolling down Hayes. They put out the top the graphics. So basically, I'm looking at a linebacker here, Tony, I think it's Rojas.
Yep.
He's down to his top 4: Georgia, Clemson, Penn State, Miami. Where do you think he's going?
I think he's going to go to Penn State. Because I think we're going to
coached up by Manny Diaz.
Yeah, I guess that's what he wants. But I mean, he wants to take more visits. He was at Clemson over the weekend. I think he likes it, but I think Clemson is going to take 2 linebackers, and I think we're going to take those 2 pretty soon. D. Creighton and Jamal Anderson. I think they're going to commit sometime within the next week. Jamal Anderson is committing on Monday, and I think D. Creighton will commit too. So Tony Rojas, he wants to take more visits. So I think we're going to have our spots filled up before he finishes. So I think it's going to be Penn State.
I think Miami gets him. I just can't see nobody picking Manny Diaz over Charlie Strong.
They might. There goes David Ojebe. I like him. He's good.
What's he? He's an edge rusher. What's his rating?
Yeah, I think it's like a 91, something like that.
So he's like a 4-star
on the composite. Yeah.
Okay. Man, the rich get richer sometimes.
Yep. I mean, we gotta take like 3 or 4 defensive ends because we about to lose them all after this year. We might keep. I think Justin Mascall eligibility left. But other than that, we gonna lose Miles Murphy, KJ Henry, Xavier Thomas. So we're gonna lose a few ends after this year. So we gotta fill that cover back up.
Yeah, how's the visits been going for Clemson?
Oh, amazing! I mean, we had 31 this past weekend, and so we already got a few commitments. We got Ian Reed, a 4-star offensive tackle from Texas. He committed. 4-star cornerback Avion Terrell. He's the brother of AJ Terrell. He committed. He wasn't even at the official visit, but he decided to commit on Monday. We got a commitment from tight end. What's his name? Olsen Pat Henry. He's from Florida, tight end. I really like him. He's a high 3-star. I think he's gonna jump up in the rankings pretty soon. But
now I'm gonna say one thing I do like about Miami not getting a lot of commitments early, because it's too early. It gives these kids a lot of opportunity and a lot of time to visit other places. And
that's the thing with Clemson. We don't let our commits take visits. That's why.
Oh yeah, y'all lost Nathaniel Joseph then. But it gives them like time to actually process, and if the commitment is made, then you know it's more legit.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these kids' minds change like every day.
Yeah.
You know, they confident about one school, confident about the other. Then this happened and that happened. They start questioning their commitment, questioning their mind, questioning what's going on. You know, a lot of other coaches call them up, get in their head. You know, negative recruit and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see. I like the way I like Miami's approach. Plus, I trust the coaching staff that we do have. So
yeah, it makes more sense for Miami. I mean, and Clemson is usually like that. They're usually more of the slow play, like Miami's doing right now. But
because what I don't want to happen, I don't want us to get commitments from guys. Then they change their mind, and then the other guys that we weren't pursuing as heavy because we had these commitments. Then it pushed us on the back burner for those other guys.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's going to happen with. I mean, I don't expect many. I think a lot of the guys we got are going to be pretty solid in their commitments because, I mean, and plus, if they want to take more visits, they have to decommit anyway. So, that's worked. It has its positives and negatives, but that's one of the positives is we don't have many players flipping. We might. I mean. It's probably going to happen with Ray, but other than that, it doesn't happen very often. So,
hold on, I'll pull up some of the recruiting rankings and stuff like that. See where a lot of teams are at the moment. That parity that Nick Saban been talking about. I mean, right now it's real early. Don't want to be like Tennessee or Florida State last season. Hyping up about their top 3 class and all that stuff.
In May and stuff.
Don't even finish in the top 20.
Yep, May recruiting champions of the world. That's what they are.
Yeah. So let me see. Take a look at we're gonna do the rankings. Or should we go for? Let's go commitments. Let's go for commitments. Actually, no, let's not do commitments.
Yeah, you're gonna see a bunch of
crazy schools visits. Let's do visits. Oh man, Hoodie, what's going on with you, boss? What's good with you? I wish they would have break it down even further.
Oh man, yeah, no, let's look at the crystal ball.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see where some of these kids are crystal ball to go. Oh, do I got this on? Oh, that's why I was wondering why it's so big. 150. All right, so crystal ball. Okay, so you got one guy here for Clemson. He's a tight end.
Oh yeah, Marcus Dixon. Yeah, we gonna get him. I think he's already committed. He is silent.
All right,
He commits next week.
Yeah, so another guy put in another commitment for him. Then you got another guy here.
Violent Green. Yeah, I feel pretty good about where we stand with him.
Okay. Another Clemson guy. Oh, same guy.
Same guy. There's Jamal Anderson.
Jamal Anderson.
He commits on Monday. D. Creighton, he hasn't. I think he's going to commit pretty soon.
Okay, so they're 50-50 on him, man. What else you got?
Noble Johnson, he commits tomorrow. I think we're going to get him too.
Okay. Who did they narrow it down to? You guys and who?
Us and I think it's going to be us in Louisville. I'm pretty sure. It's either.
What's the odds of him going to Louisville over you guys?
Probably very slim.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I think Clemson got a lot of silence last weekend. We got a lot of. They've probably. I think they're already committed. And just Vic Burley. I don't think he's a silent, but I feel pretty good where we are. I think we're gonna land. And he canceled his UGA visit. It was going to be us or Georgia, and he just canceled his visit this weekend. So I think we're going to get him too.
Oh, he canceled his visit to Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I might do end up getting him. Noble, see those. Noble again. Okay. So far, All right, so you got another guy, Zechariah.
Oh yeah, Zechariah Owens. Yeah, he canceled his Penn State visit. He commits on the 4th of July. I think he's all Clemson. Yeah.
So if you guys can hang on to these guys, you'll probably end up with a nice top 10 class.
Oh yeah, top 5. I think we can get top 5 if we get some of the guys that we're after. Like Peter Woods. He's a Bama lean, but I think. I don't think we're out of it. I think it's us or Bama for him.
Yeah, I think we get Reuben Bang. Yeah, that's Wolf put in that too. So, that's a reliable crystal ball. Let's see anywhere else on there. A lot of crystal balls came in this past weekend. This past week.
Notre Dame, they got CJ Carr. They just got Elijah Page today.
All right, Robert Billen. They're crystal ball him to Clemson also.
Oh yeah, he's he's we gonna get him too. Kayvon Thibodeau, yeah, he's already committed.
Okay. Well, wait, when did he make his commitment?
On Monday.
Dang.
Ian Reed, he committed on
still a Dabo. Look at little Dabo.
I tried to tell y'all Dabo can recruit. It don't matter. Y'all be talking about he losing all these assistants. The reason Dabo was recommended for the Clemson job is because he can recruit.
Dabo's always a good thing. You got your guy here. Ian
for us,
Reed.
it's now. Yeah, he committed on Tuesday. We stole him from. He was a Texas lean, and he came to Clemson over the weekend and he was blown away. So Ahmad Brown, I think we're gonna get him too.
Okay. Mommy Flo in the building. What's going on, boss? How you doing, man? Shout out to Mommy Flo. Where we at? Okay, so you got another guy, AJ
Hoffler. I like where we stand with him too.
Okay. A lot of 4-star guys here, so a lot of might be another top 5, top 10 class for Clemson. The rich get rich, guys.
I tried to
now keep in mind these are just crystal balls, and these kids can change their mind and can.
I know about a lot of them, and a lot of them have canceled their visits. I mean, which basically mean in Clemson's case, which basically means they've already committed to Dabo. They already told him that they're coming. We still, I mean, the only thing I'm worried about Clemson recruiting wise is running back. We don't really have any we've whiffed. I mean, we went after Richard Young and Cedric Baxter, and we're out of it for both of them, and Justice Haynes. So we missed on all of them. So we really only got Jeremiah Cobb from Alabama that we're trying to get. He's it's probably going to be us or Auburn for him. But after that, we don't have nobody. So we expand that running back board.
So I think we ain't gonna go back any further than where we are now with the crystal balls. I think Miami will start getting their crystal balls probably next month or so.
Oh yeah, doesn't Miami? Miami has a recruit. Do they have a recruiting weekend this weekend? They got visitors this weekend, or what?
Yeah.
When's their big?
Have visitors every weekend.
Well, yeah, but I know that like they have a big recruit. I mean, like, do they have like a big recruiting event coming? I think they do.
We got a legendary camp on the 25th. That's
Okay.
that's where a lot of them is gonna show up. We're
Yeah.
gonna have former Canes, legends, and all of them there.
Yeah, you'll see some crystal balls after that. You'll see. Yeah, that's when it'll really start to pick up. But yeah, I ain't worried about Miami recruiting wise. Y'all gonna get y'all probably gonna have a top 10 class. I think with the guys you're in it for, I think you'll get your fair share of them. I think you'll get a top 10 class.
That's all I'm trying to tell you, man. This AC thing, the ACC thing, man. With them about to drop all the division and stuff.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah.
If they didn't drop the divisions, I think we would be on the path to literally running the Coastal.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be Clemson. I think Clemson and Miami going to have the top 2 classes in the ACC. I know it depending on the numbers. I think will depend who's number 1 and who's number 2. But and then I think North Carolina's they're still recruiting well, but I think it's going to be Clemson and Miami.
I think North Carolina for the past 2 years they've been giving them the hype, but they haven't been living up to it. So
yeah, but I think I think this might be the year. I know we said that the past couple of years, but I think like they're really good recruiting classes are like they're now juniors and stuff. I think they're gonna have a really experienced team on defense. So I know they lose Sam Howell, but they got some options.
Yeah, looking at the top quarterbacks right now.
Well, these aren't quarterbacks.
Not just quarterback. I mean, top players according to 247 Sports.
Yeah. There goes Arch. I think
Arch is overrated. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I kind of agree. He plays in a small league, and like it's just I don't know. He doesn't look that impressive on film. I don't know.
It's the family name. He can go to every camp. Money is not an issue.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't go to camps. That's the thing. They don't let him go to camps, and I think they say it's because it's an old-fashioned recruitment, and they don't want him, being around, and they want to keep the recruitment, under wraps. But like, I don't know. I think he'd showed up at some of these camps. I think I still wanted Arch because he would bring a lot of talent with him. I know Clemson, we went after him, and then we basically once we realized we weren't really going to be in that top group for him, we went to our next option, Christopher Vizina, and he just got his 5th star this week. So.
All right, so far for the rankings, as of right now, like I said, a lot of kids haven't made their decision yet, hasn't made any commitments, but we'll see this list change along the way. But as of right now, Notre Dame sitting at number 1, Texas Tech already took 20 commitments. Sitting at number 2, Penn State with 12, sitting at number 3. Penn State has a 5-star. Who's the kid?
We still in a couple recruit. We still in a couple recruits right out from under Penn State.
Cincinnati is sitting at number 4 with only 2 commits. Two 4-stars and 15 3-stars. So
they're all not. Cincinnati and Texas Tech are all numbers. Although I do think, I think Texas Tech will probably finish with like a top 30 class, which is really good for them. They don't typically recruit that well.
Ohio State sitting at number 5, Northwestern, Arkansas, Louisville,
Yeah,
Tennessee,
Louisville.
Georgia.
Yeah, I forgot about Louisville. Louisville might finish with a top 3 class in the ACC.
Yeah, kind of early though. But
It's early. It's early, but they're pulling some kid because they got they got that quarterback Pierce Clarkson, and his dad is Steve Clarkson. And he's like a big quarterback coach. He does those camps and stuff, and so he's been able to get a lot of guys from California. So Louisville's gotten a few like really good blue chip guys from California to
Marcus says Young and Baxter's going to Bama.
Yeah, probably.
We'll see. We got a good chance of getting Baxter, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think Young is more. I think Young is probably more likely to go to Bama, and Baxter is still kind of. I think he's still trying to figure it out. But we went after both of them and whiffed. So I'm kind of worried about C.J. Spiller. He's our running back coach. I'm kind of worried about his recruiting. This hasn't been great, but we'll see what he does. I ain't gonna throw in the towel on him because he's done a good job coaching the guys we do have. So.
Yes. Anything else?
1 second, hold on. Let me. All right, so 11 is USC, 12 Clemson. You guys have what, a 5-star commit, 4-star,
Yep.
4 4-stars, and 3 3-stars.
Yep.
Who's the 5-star guy?
Christopher Vizina, quarterback.
Okay, so you got another 5-star quarterback.
Yep.
What's the deal with DJ's backup? DJ's a 5-star. The other kid behind him is a 5-star also, right?
Yep.
Man, so you guys having a stable of 5-star quarterback. Now, personally, I don't think DJ's a 5-star.
Well,
he's more of a 3.
Well, he's not. He don't play like a 5-star. That's for sure. But I mean, coming out of high school, watching him in high school, you couldn't have come to any other conclusion. He looked like a 5-star in high school. He was playing, in the toughest classification in California, and he was lighting it up. So I don't know what happened, but
so for the big 3 in the state of Florida, Florida State's sitting at number 25 as of right now. They got 3 4-star commits, 3 3-star commits. Miami and the Gators are sitting right next to each other. The Gators are sitting at 42 with 5 commits, 2 4-stars and 3 3-stars. Miami sitting with 1 4-star and 4 3-stars. So
yeah, that's gonna change by the end of the month. But
yeah, a lot of these commitments gonna change. But Miami's approach to recruiting has been a lot different. They're not just going for the stars and stuff like that. They're going for actual players that fit the kind of offense and defense that they're running. So a lot of our players that we might get are actually coming from overseas. A lot of those guys don't have the ratings and stuff like that. So keep an eye out. And we've been getting a lot of preferred walk-ons to commit lately too. So
yeah,
don't know if anything diamond.
Mario's being like Dabo. Dabo likes to he likes to sign more walk-ons than other programs.
Oh, yeah, and if anybody cares about UCF, they have 6 commits, 5 3-stars and 1 4-star. So they're sitting on 6 commits, sitting at 36 on the list right now. So they're begging for attention to be in the top, the big 4. So we'll give them a little bit of attention every now and then.
Yeah, Hoodie Quays, he said that his Buckeyes are going to get DJ's brother. Y'all might. He was at Ohio State this week, and I think he really liked it. I still think he's probably. If I had to pick right now, I think he goes to USC.
Isn't he shitting on Clemson? If I'm not mistaken,
he's going to visit. He's not going. He has us as like the last visit, but we're not going.
Oh, we got Slim in the chat. Hey, Slim, I just put the link in the chat. I need you to come in here for 1 second. This is hilarious. I think Slim would agree with this. Man. All right, well, take a look at Miami's commits so far and stuff like that. So we got the Washington brothers You got Robbie and Bobby. Those are twins. Robbie is listed as an athlete, basically 4-star guy. Bobby listed as a 3-star guy. And linebacker. So Slim, what up, Slim?
Whatever it is, I didn't do it.
Nah. You're kind of low, but nah, it ain't nothing that.
That better?
Yeah. So you remember about maybe a week ago, or was it 2 weeks ago, we did a show and we was talking about all these recruits and stuff, and we're going down the list with BB, and everybody, their mom, aunt, and uncle was a Gator on their list.
Oh yeah, man. If you listen to BB talking, Florida's going to get 105 of the top 100 recruits in the nation, all in one recruiting class.
Yep.
Okay, so this one 5-star wide receiver by the name of Keem Williams. Now, BB's like, we gonna get him. You know, we've been going at him hard. He's gonna be a Gator.
He
drops his top 6. The Gators are nowhere to be found on that list.
I bet BB ain't either, is he?
Now, as soon as I posted on Twitter, I posted his top 6 under one of BB's posts or whatever. And he put up that it is what it is, and then posted some other kid that got them in their top 10. I'm like, well, you got 9 other schools on there that can beat you out for this guy. So why are you so confident that he's a Gator?
But you know what's going to end up happening, right? By the time it's all said and done, they're going to get about a week before the recruiting season, and all you're going to hear about is how Billy Napier is trying to talk Jaron Williams out of coming out of retirement and come back into football.
Oh man, Jaron Williams basically stepped away from football, guys. He basically a couple concussions here and there, and some transfers that didn't quite work out in his favor. You know, USF and some other schools has decided to step away from football. So look at Marcus. Williams going to Texas A&M.
Marcus is right. He's probably right.
Every kid that Miami's in their top this, top that, Marcus said they're going everywhere else but Miami.
I think with this one, Marcus be playing around a lot, but I think he's right about that one.
I don't think he's right about that one. I think that kid is a hurricane.
I think at least Texas A&M. I think they lead for him right now. That can change. I'm just saying. I think if you had to pick someone now, I think it'd be Texas A&M.
I think if Miami could pull off the biggest flip. I mean, talking about Brandon Ennis, if they could pull that off, man.
Oh man,
because
that'd be big because Brandon Ennis just
backyard, so
he just went to Alabama, I think.
I think
really liked it.
I think his schools was what, USC and Ohio State. I think Ohio State lost him. I think, from what I'm hearing, Ohio State has totally lost him. I don't know how they messed up on his recruitment.
Did they lose him?
That's from what I'm hearing. He's not even no longer considering them. I don't know what happened. Maybe visits, maybe conversation wise. I don't know.
Hold on now, because that's a big deal. Hold on, let me see what 24/7 got something about that.
Are you following Ohio State recruiting?
Nope. I don't. I mean, like, I follow like the recruits, and if Ohio State's involved, like I don't know about it. But
I was gonna say, are you guys still bitter about
I don't care about Ohio State. They can do their
What's
thing.
going on? What's going on?
What's up, Marcus?
So we heard they fired Mike today.
What's going on, Mr. Bowman?
What's up?
Yeah, we finally fired the son.
Yeah, y'all fired Mike.
Yeah, we finally fired the son for about 3 years.
Not the Mike which y'all want to fire, but
which sucks because that means y'all probably going after Notre Dame's coach, and that's who Clemson is trying to get.
No, I think they talking about promoting one of their hitting coaches or somebody like that. I don't know.
Really?
I mean, I really don't keep up with Florida State baseball like that because whenever we had his daddy, we always made the tournament and we always made Final Fours and Sweet 16s and but we never won a championship. So it is what it is.
I can relate to that. Florida State and Clemson have the most College World Series appearances, I think, without winning it.
That's tough.
Yeah. His daddy was our coach for about 43 years. We made like 30 Final Fours.
Oh, speaking
So
of which,
30
Jordan,
try.
Jordan, I didn't know if you were keeping up with it or not, but last time I saw it, Tennessee was down 8-2 on Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, I saw I saw a stream in my recommended, and I checked in, and it was the first inning, and Notre Dame had had a 2-run homer, and they were up 2-0. So I didn't realize it got that bad.
Are they doing a doubleheader or is it just one game?
It's best 2 of 3.
No, so I'm saying, are they doing a doubleheader?
Oh, I don't think so.
Are they gonna schedule the games for?
No, I think they play another game tomorrow.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think the other game's tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Hey, t2y. I'm trying to figure something out, man. I'm trying to see what's up with that 52-10 shirt.
Yeah, that's a nice shirt, ain't it? It looks better than the 4th and 14.
Nah, that's 52-10. That's old.
Hey, that 4th and 14 is old, but y'all talk about it and y'all celebrate it.
I mean, but it's more recent though. Now, if y'all beat us this year, 52-10, hey, I understand.
Hey, I could have made a 4 straight. I mean, I could have made a 4 straight losing season shirt. That sounds about better.
Yeah. You could do that.
I think I'm gonna make those for the week at Florida State. 4 straight losing seasons. And then I'm gonna put at the bottom of it, I wonder which team I'm talking about.
Hey, we'll see. Hey, so you really believe that y'all gonna get the Keem Williams kid?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see. When he visits,
we'll see. I mean that game when y'all play A&M, if y'all win that game, y'all might be able to persuade them.
I don't know.
But
Is he trying to commit? Is he going to commit before the season starts, or is he going? You think it's going to go the distance?
Let me see if his name's on the list.
I really don't think it matters if they commit before the season or not, because the season you see so much change and jump around anyway.
Right.
Yeah, you see so much change and jump. Like I say, who winning? Which 2 schools go head to head? Like I say, if A&M and Miami, they go head to head. I mean, they play each other. And if Miami win, I mean, y'all might persuade them. Now, if Texas A&M win, he might be like, well, maybe I need to go to Texas A&M. But like I say, as of this moment, I'm hearing. Actually, he could look at it. He could look at a Miami loss and go, well, okay, I got a good chance of getting on the field quick.
Yeah, if the receiver does terrible, like, hey, I got a spot there. I can go in there.
Yeah, that could be it too.
But if that's the case,
he got to see who.
He might just want to go to Florida State then, because they got no receivers.
Yeah, he could. I think we is in his top 6. To be honest with you.
Yeah, y'all is.
I think we. Yeah, we in the top 6.
That little school, a little bit south of y'all, they thought they had him.
Oh yeah, talking about the Gainesville Gators. Yes. Nah, I mean we'll see.
Well, I mean but the only thing about Florida State is y'all's wide receiver, what's his name, Dugans. I don't think he's very good. I don't think he's a very good recruiter. I don't think he's a very good.
Nah, he ain't. I mean, he got a couple receiver commitments right now. This Jacobs kid, and then we got this Lawrence kid from right here in Orlando area, Sanford. So, but he's pretty good. But as of right now, he ain't doing too well.
Yeah, he's not really and I don't think he's really coaching them up like that.
He's not. That's the problem I had with him when he was at Miami.
Yeah,
his receivers were not getting developed under him.
All right. So according to reports, 2 kids making a commitment tomorrow. Don't know. I don't really know neither one of them. Ashton Porter.
Let me look him up.
I'll click on him. He's making his commitment tomorrow.
He got any crystal balls?
Defensive line. They're saying either Texas or Northwestern.
Wait, how recent? Hold on. Click on the predictions. How recent? Or because these might be old. It looks like that's recent, but you got to see the dates.
Yeah, it's recent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So he
Well,
might end up.
look at Northwestern. Look at Northwestern going into Texas and getting a 4-star.
All right, so he got his sales. Let's see what he's listed as an athlete. There's no crystal ball predictions
for him. He goes to modern day.
He's a small time kid. Kansas, Colorado, Duke, Oregon, State. So those are teams that they got warmed for him. So
Oregon, that's a good offer.
Nothing major. 3-star kid out of California.
Man, that Florida class is so loaded. It's hard to look outside the state.
All right, so on the 12th, we got a kid, Javarian
Limberly.
He's out of
Palm Beach Central.
Right in my backyard. So we'll see what he's down to. He should be making his commitment. They're saying he might be going to Central Michigan. 3-star kid, wide receiver, 6 foot 180. So didn't have too many big time, big name commitment, big name schools or whatever. So might go to Central Michigan. All right, so the quarterback at Clemson.
You gonna skip over Marcus Dixon? Okay.
Yeah, we already know. You already say he's going to Clemson.
Yeah, he is.
So that made no sense to waste no time on him. The 18, you got Rashada, quarterback, making his decision. He's Miami's in his top.
Florida, but that's Miami, Florida race right there.
Yeah, Miami, and I think A&M. So they got Florida, LSU, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Cal, and Miami as his top 6. So those will be the kids that the school that he come down to. We'll see. Making his decision on the 18th.
Yeah. I seen the other day he talking about he liked the Florida. So I give how much that. I'll take how much in consideration in that.
Yeah, on 3. I'm looking at on 3. Looking at their percent, they got it. Florida is the leader, but it's like only 26.6%. So it's not. I don't even know. Do you have any crystal ball predictions for
him? Let's see. I didn't see any come in. No crystal balls.
He might be a season.
We're in good position. We're in good position for him, but
he might have another visit.
If we don't get him, I think Dante Moore is another option for us.
I seen a crystal ball. He crystal ball to Michigan.
Yeah, especially because Notre Dame just got C.J. Carr in the 2024 class. They were after him. They were the favorites for him.
Yeah, so I seen where he talking about he going to Michigan. Which, if I'm him, I wouldn't leave Michigan.
See, these 3 right here. Them the ones I'm waiting for. The ones on the 23rd.
Yeah, but see, Michigan screws around and loses 3 games this year. They're gonna lose a lot of that class.
Kirkland. Yeah, I know what Kirkland right here and Dr. Phillips.
Right here, if we could grab these 3 guys right here. Bryant, Kirtland, and Aurora.
Y'all probably get Kirkland because he played at the school right down the it ain't right down the road, but it's over here in Orlando. Dr. Phillips and Dr. Phillips, they always known to have players.
Those 3 guys will be decent. We'll be looking at a nice class if we can grab those 3, and pretty much the dominoes will fall in place. But a lot of those guys we're in the race with the Florida Gators to get. So,
well, and like I've said, that's one where I think it's going to be really important how the season goes, because Billy Napier is a big question. He's never been Power 5 head coach, and for all they know, he's going to be the next Scott Frost. Scott Frost looked hot coming out of UCF, but then got to Nebraska and looked real bad real quick.
Yeah, it can happen.
Now, I will say with Billy Napier, he did inherit an SEC team, one that's in Florida, which is a hotbed for recruits. So,
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
Florida's not as
Yeah,
talented as they should be.
Yeah, I
with
don't know
Mike
why Scott
Norvell,
Frost left UCF.
Yeah, with Mike
To
Norvell
go to
not knowing how to recruit Florida either. That's a easy thing. Whatever can't go to Miami, the Gators gonna be next up.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I
you
mean,
know,
Mullen couldn't recruit Florida either.
right. And Scott Frost, I mean, he's a Nebraska guy. You know, he played quarterback there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I understand. Yeah, he's a Nebraska guy, but you got to look at, like I say, the recruiting landscape. You going to Nebraska? Ain't nobody. Them kids. This ain't the 1990s. These kids ain't going to Nebraska.
I mean, you're right.
You get a good coach in Nebraska that proves he can win, they will go to Nebraska again. Don't get it twisted.
I think Nebraska is. I'm not saying they're done, but they're pretty much done. Because, like I say, because you can't get kids. What kids want to go to Nebraska? Unless you talking about Nebraska own kids. But outside of that, you're not going to pick. You're not going to get no 5 stars.
It's not ready.
Unless you get a 5-star. Unless you get a 5-star in Nebraska. But when the last time a 5-star came out of Nebraska?
I mean, they're gonna have to. I mean, you know, they're gonna have to rely on somebody's gonna have to win in the transfer portal. If it's not Frost,
Scott Frost. Scott Frost. He's just gonna have to win in the portal. He's gonna have to find a way to get in the portal and just try to get, I guess, so-called backups and make them starters.
Well, and that was exactly the point I'm making. If he can start to at least turn the program around as far as wins, you will get recruits at a winning program. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And Nebraska is another one of those teams like Alabama. They got money. Don't get that twisted.
Yeah, Nebraska got money. Yeah, they always had money. It's hard. You know, it's hard to maintain that success. And then to think about it, you got USC. They coming up, and Oregon still there. So all the kids going to USC.
And Nebraska
USC.
They're in a different conference, you know, than they were. You know, they're in the Big Ten now, and you know,
that is true. I forgot about that.
With Ohio State.
I mean, but Nebraska,
Michigan.
Yeah, Nebraska, but but California is right there. Right? California is what 2 states over, 3 states over.
Well,
so you got
and I'm gonna say this: people need to stop hyping up USC. USC had a historically awful team last year, and they're not going to be that good this year. And their defense is going to be absolutely abysmal, because Lincoln Riley's already proved that he's not going to make a defense any better.
USC, I think they'll get about 9 wins. I mean, if you got a top quarterback and you got a 8-9 and you got an elite receiver and you got 2 good receivers and a guy down there to call plays, they'll figure it out.
I absolutely see 8 or 9 wins, but all off season, I've been hearing
playoffs,
dark horse playoffs, and I'm like, y'all are smoking dope and dog food.
I don't see it. No,
I mean, actually, they could, because like I say, because remember they paying a Pac-12. Oregon,
you're right.
Pac-12 is not that strong,
but it's just
they could backdoor their way in there.
Yeah,
they could back because. I mean, but Miami, y'all have a little bit more hurdles. USC, they really don't have no hurdle like that. They only hurdle is if they defense let them down. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to be pushovers.
I mean, say what you want
but
about
if they get
Oregon,
past those 2 teams, I don't see nobody else beating them.
Say what you want about Oregon, that's still a more talented team than USC is right now.
Yeah.
Now, this is what you call doing too much.
Yeah, Oregon, they.
What?
Dude's trying so hard not to get his shoes wet.
This is in Florida, ain't it?
I don't know where that's at. He's trying so hard not to.
It might be in Florida.
That's probably in Tallahassee. They do dumb stuff like that. They bored up there.
Oh no, not Tallahassee. Come on.
No, I could tell that. I could tell that ain't Tallahassee.
Gainesville?
Could be Gainesville.
Oh man. It took me a sip of this.
I mean, ain't no telling where that.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
Is UCF doing those stupid looking uniforms during the season too, or are they just doing them during the off season?
Which ones?
Looks like it's
What uniform?
Those ones where they took the numbers off and put the QR codes on them.
Yeah, no, I don't think. No, I think that was just for
the
spring game.
I think that's what yeah.
They did that for the spring game for like recruiting and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I stay 20 minutes down the road from UCF, so.
All right, so breaking news.
What the hell, Jack Del Rio? What the hell he done did?
I don't know.
Committing, comparing the protests of police killing of George Floyd.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I guess he was siding with the police officer, whatever. I don't know.
But why would you? I mean, I don't want to get into that. I mean,
that's a whole can of worms.
Yeah, I mean, if he side with the officer, that just means he's an asshole. But does he get fined for $100,000 though?
I mean, he's a public. I mean, I don't know. I guess he made public comments. I don't know. They just trying to. I don't know.
No, he was asked about it in a press conference. He gave his opinion on the January 6th versus the whole damn year trying to burn the country down. I don't get it. I really don't know. And all he really said is, what's the difference between spending all summer trying to burn the damn country down and, these idiots in Washington in January? He's like, what's the difference? He said, nothing.
Yeah.
And then you're going to fine a guy because he was asked a question in a press conference and fine him for his opinion? I'd tell them they can take their job and shove it up their fucking ass.
Brandon Ennis, there's no coach like him. Oh, he's talking about Mario. He's trying so hard, and I don't think they've ever had a coach like that.
Miami, y'all need to focus on Ennis. Focus on him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we could get him to come to Miami instead of USC or Ohio State or whatever, that'll be a big hit on.
But you know how Bama do. Bama came through.
Yeah. He visited Bama and he said he made it sound like they took the number one spot. He didn't say it.
Yeah, but it sound like he made it seem like Bama in the running now.
Yeah.
I mean, but can you blame it? Bama they put receivers in the first round every year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for what he said about Mario, everyone always says family, but he shows it. Said with emphasis. So hey, we'll see, man. All the recruits say this about every coach and everybody they go to and all that. So we'll see when pen comes to paper.
Hey, is he gonna commit for the season or he gonna commit on signing day?
I think he might go the distance. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's in a rush.
To be honest with you, with the way NIL is going and everything like that, if you're a kid that's making early commitments, you're literally killing yourself.
Well, not really. It depends on how
many fan base. If you have all these fan base in your fingertips, let them all follow you. Let them all put their bids in for you until you make your decision. Get your followers up, so when you do get an NIL deal, you got to use.
Some of these NIL deals are contingent on him signing. So
that's what all of them are. That's what they all have to be now by that.
Yeah, but you negotiate more money if you got a larger follower.
Yeah, but supposedly you can't negotiate no NIL deal. Supposedly.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's why you got agents.
There's two schools of thought there. But there's benefits to committing early for NIL, but because if you lock it depends. But I don't know.
I seen the quarterback from Ohio State. He got a damn Bentley.
Oh yeah, CJ Stroud. Yeah.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud got he got one on him, and then he turned that one down and went and got another one. I said, well, damn.
Yeah, I think he got a G-Wagon.
Wasn't this the Jamal Anderson you was talking about?
Yeah, he's committing on Monday. Yeah, he's choosing between Clemson and Utah. Actually, he's the son of Jamal Anderson Sr. I don't know if y'all remember him, but he was a running back for the Falcons.
Yeah, I remember Jamal Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah, so he went. Jamal and his dad went to Utah, so he, but I think it's Clemson. He's gonna commit to Clemson on Monday, but
he's got on here. He's got all the offers that he got. The commitment is on June 13th.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad Clemson's building up this class of recruits for us. That way, when we beat Clemson, they can all just immediately flip right over.
Yeah. That's probably won't happen.
Boy,
that game in Miami was in South Carolina.
It's in Clemson, yeah. South Carolina.
I ain't worried about that one. That's not the one I'm talking about. Miami's gonna lose that game.
Oh, you talking about the ACC championship?
Miami got the re-up, bro.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah, I should be in Clemson. Boy, hopefully Billy Paul say he got me.
Man,
oh yeah,
me, Pigskin Pete, and Traveling Fools were talking about going to that game too.
Oh yeah. We gonna all meet up down there.
I'm gonna try.
So Miami, y'all pretty much
the baby's born. So I'm gonna try.
So y'all pretty much got y'all ticket cash already to the ACC championship game.
Apparently Miami does. I don't know. I ain't guaranteeing the ACC championship. I mean, I think
I don't think
no guarantees.
I don't think nobody in the ACC should make a guaranteed trip to the ACC because the ACC is wide open.
You're right.
See, I really don't see that it is. You have two teams in each division. It's NC State or with a slight shot, or more than likely Clemson out of the Atlantic, and it's North Carolina with a slight shot,
and you got Wake Forest. You got Wake Forest in the Atlantic.
Wake Forest absolutely got obliterated by Clemson last year. Stop it.
I mean,
they got that same team. They still went to the ACC title.
They have that same great offense and that same horrendous defense.
Yeah,
it got them there.
I mean, if it wasn't for Clemson's struggles in the first half of the year and dropping the NC State game, they would have. I mean, they would have won the division. But
that's what I'm saying. It's possible 4 teams in the Atlantic and 2 teams in the Coastal. So that's like a 16 race.
Well, and I think Louisville is sneaky. I think Louisville is sneaky. Boston College is sneaky.
Well, Boston College, they're gonna go far as Boston College gonna go far as that quarterback.
Wait, who's the 2 teams in the Atlantic?
Clemson and NC State are probably the front runners, but you also got Wake. You got Louisville.
Wake and Louisville.
Yeah, but
Jacobic and Zay Flowers.
I agree with you about Louisville to an extent, and only because every other person on that team can run like 4.2.
Yeah.
What about the mighty Florida State?
Listen. I don't think Florida State is a real contender for the Atlantic, but I could see them having a good year. I think
Florida State could win the conference if they was in the Sun Belt.
Well,
I could see Florida State going 500, maybe a game over 7-5, so they could finally get a winning season.
I think 7-5 is real. I think the fan
like
base
probably
wants 8 wins. 8, 9 would probably want 8 wins to feel really good, but I think 7-5 would be
it'd be real funny.
I say 9 or 10 wins.
It'd be real funny though. They actually win 6 games this year, make a bowl, play UCF, and lose to them just like the Gators did.
Oh,
God damn.
That would be tough.
God damn.
I swear to God, UCF fans would love that shit.
Hey, they ain't even gonna play UCF though. They're gonna end up playing FAU, and they're gonna lose to drunk Uncle Willie.
Oh man, that's even worse.
But like I said, but 9 or 10 wins will probably get you in the ACC title game.
Yeah,
and that's probably exactly where Miami's gonna be. Is 9 or 10 wins.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be either Pitt or Miami, and North Carolina might rear their head or 2.
Yeah,
I would have said Pitt since they lost Addison.
I think it's Miami and Pitt in the Coastal. I mean, Miami, North Carolina, and the Coastal.
And I just don't have any faith in North Carolina. They're too Jekyll and Hyde.
I think we're writing off Pitt a little too much. Yeah, I know they lost, Kenny
If
Pickett
they,
and Jordan
if they
Addison.
had Addison, I'll give them the contender.
They lost
If they
Addison,
had
they
Addison,
lost
I would
Pickett,
say yeah, they contender.
and they lost their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but Pitt still got some really good receivers. They returned the whole offensive line. They might have the best. They might have the best front seven. Dang, that's loud. They might have the best front seven in the Coastal.
No.
Yes.
No.
If you know anything about Pitt, they at least got the most productive front seven. They
are returning the most productive. I think Miami's front seven will do better this year than theirs.
They might. We'll see. But I mean, Kevin Steele's real aggressive. I could see it. But I'm just talking about proven. I think they've got the most proven front seven. That might be better.
Oh, well, okay. That statement I can agree with.
Okay, so I think
so. Basically, it's a 3-team race on each side.
Yeah,
it's a 3-team race on each, which pretty much makes the ACC wide open.
I do think the Atlantic is deeper, though. I think after there's a huge drop off after Miami.
Yeah, the Atlantic is deeper.
Well, you also have to figure there's 3 brand new head coaches in the Coastal too.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, 4 actually, if you count Mario.
Yeah. So I mean that's true, but I mean the Atlantic has been deeper for a while anyway. You've got obviously you got Clemson, NC State, Wake Forest, and then Florida State, BC, Louisville. I think all have potential to have good years, and then Syracuse. I think they're clearly the worst team in the conference, but they're not an easy out. They have one of the best.
I think Duke the worst team.
I'm talking about in the Atlantic.
Okay.
Syracuse. Is
in the Atlantic, yes.
Yeah, no, Duke is. Yeah, no, I think Duke and Georgia Tech are horrible. I think they're the worst. They're probably Duke, Georgia Tech. I don't know. I think Virginia. I can't.
And the thing about Georgia Tech,
Brennan Armstrong, and
Georgia Tech. I like their head coach. I think he's pretty decent. I think he's just in a bad situation.
I think he made. I think
I like Collins.
I think Collins made some mistakes with some of his assistant hires, and I think that's going to be that's the death of him. I think he's made some staff changes, but I think it's too little, too late. And that schedule is horrible. That schedule looks like it was made by somebody that hates Georgia Tech. It's awful.
Yeah. That schedule look brutal. Like if Georgia Tech win 5 games, they shouldn't fire him.
Yeah, I might.
If he can muster 5 wins, you have to keep that man, especially with that schedule.
Yeah,
if he win 2 games,
they play Ole Miss and I think they play at UCF. Who made that schedule?
Yeah,
who did that?
Yeah, Ole Miss, UCF. Don't.
They play Georgia they play Georgia every year.
If I hear this conversation,
they play Georgia.
If I hear this conversation about Notre Dame joining the ACC one more time, I'm gonna blow my head off.
I don't think
they need to join.
I think it's
they
more
gonna
of
have
a
to
real
join.
possibility than some people think. It depends on how the playoffs.
I think it's pretty much.
They need to join.
I think it's pretty much set in stone, and I think it's been set in stone for a few years.
It might,
because the ACC we need Notre Dame to keep the ACC alive, because the ACC is pretty much a dead conference.
Yeah, well, it turns.
But I don't know what side. I don't know what side. Yeah, they revenue and they TV contract.
It won't really be no side. I think if Notre Dame join, West Virginia's coming.
Yeah, because they're gonna keep it even.
I'm fine with that. I mean, if that's what it takes, because I mean the prize is Notre Dame.
The prize Notre Dame. Okay, well, what side? Which division Notre Dame join? Do they join the Coastal or the Atlantic?
It won't
They're doing away with divisions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By what? Next year, 23.
Yeah.
And the question would be, who would their permanent opponents be?
One of them better be Miami. I know that.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. That'd be
really Notre Dame. Notre Dame. It's gonna be Miami, Florida State, and if I'm them, I'd make it Clemson.
I don't think they want.
I don't think they would do that.
I don't think Notre Dame.
Yeah, they don't want that.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably make it Miami's.
I don't think
they probably would be like Florida State, Notre Dame, and some other team.
I don't think it'd be Clemson.
I think
with Notre Dame, I think it's going to be.
Yeah, Wendy's.
I think Miami's 3 opponents yearly in the ACC
he cut out.
will end up being Virginia Tech, Florida State, and Notre Dame. That's what I think our yearly opponents will end up being. And then, and I said this on Uncle Lou's channel earlier this week, I think the state of Florida needs to mirror what the state of South Carolina did. And it's the only time that I'll allow any kind of intervening. Make it a damn state law that Miami, Florida, and Florida State all have to play each other every year. I want Florida back on the damn schedule.
That's what South Carolina, the state of South Carolina did with Clemson and South Carolina.
Exactly.
In 2025, that's going to be hard because with the SEC probably having 9 conference games, plus Florida State's already
That's why I said you get the state of Florida involved in it. That way the Gators ain't got no choice.
Right.
Yeah,
so they can't.
I know they won't want to give up both of those slots to Miami.
Because listen, I think what a lot of things are about to come to is I think you're fixing to see a big reduction on FCS and Group of 5 teams that Power 5 teams are playing.
Yeah.
I really see it going that way.
I think they should play them in the spring. I think that might be a way to keep that alive. But
I mean, to be honest with
that's
you,
not a.
If the SEC go to 9 conference games and Florida State and Miami plays the Gators, they have a room for one FCS, so it should be no excuse.
And listen, I think it like the way it works out. Something like 2030. Somebody looked it up. Georgia's going to end up playing 12 Power 5 teams.
Oh wow!
Oh man, that's
we played. I think we played Georgia 27 and 28.
We played Georgia a bunch. I don't even.
We play them in
24.
2024. Miami plays what? The Gators, Notre Dame. Those are 2 of the other conference. I don't know who the other 2 are. But I think one of those years we play almost 11 Power 5.
I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem with Miami playing 12 Power 5 games a year. You wouldn't hear me cry about that in the least bit.
Now it would make it more challenging though to get to championship.
Yeah.
Not when they expand the playoffs. Not
we
really.
played Georgia 27 and 28.
Watch. Within 2 years of them expanding the playoffs, you'll get a 3-loss team in the playoffs.
That's not crazy. I can see that.
We're soon gonna start hearing the SEC teams complain in 2025 about their schedule.
Yep.
The only ones you'll hear crying about it is Alabama.
I don't think Alabama. I mean, maybe Nick Saban is gone by then. Who knows? But I don't know.
That's a possibility.
Nah.
I don't think he's got much time left.
I think he's gonna do out that contract, which I think he ends in 27 or 28.
I don't. You might be right about that, but I don't think the contract. He could. I don't know. I don't think the contract really matters that much. I think
because he's
retire when he feels like it. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, granted,
he's gonna retire.
Granted, he's 70, but the way he looked, like he might coach another good 5+ years.
Yeah, I know. He don't look 70.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Does he really strike you as the Joe Paterno type? And he's going to be there until he dies.
Not really, but I don't know. He's going to retire when he feels like. I don't even think he knows when he wants. I don't think he knows when he wants to retire. I think he might.
I think he might pull that Joe Paterno. I think he might just hire some great assistants as he get older, and he's just going to cut down on the day-to-day operation.
I don't think he will. I think if he goes 9-3 one year, you'll see him hang it up because. And I've heard Nick Saban say things along these lines that you'll see yourself. You stick around too long, and you basically see yourself wash out anyway.
Yeah, he pretty much say he gonna coach as long as they contending for titles, but as long as they pull in top 3 recruiting classes every year, they gonna be contending for titles.
Right.
And as long as he's there. So, like I say, I can see him being 70s.
They're going to be the team in the SEC this year because Georgia's taking a step back.
Yeah.
I get a lot of them are hopeful, but you're not. Stetson Bennett's not going to be a game changer.
Right. Well, and the thing is with Georgia, they could take a step back and still run through their schedule because they got
Oh
it
yeah.
pretty soft this year.
Yeah. They step back might be 10-2, and that's crazy for a step back.
I don't even
Well,
know
I
if
mean
they're going to lose
that
2
was a
games.
step back for Clemson.
Well, I don't even think that. I mean, I don't think Georgia's going to have that drastic of a drop. Because I mean, they were elite on defense last year. I don't think they're going to take a step back in the same way that Clemson took a step back on offense.
Their offense will be better, and their defense will be just decent enough for them to win games.
No, their offense their offense is going to get exposed this year because all these Georgia fans keep hollering about 38 points a game. You're going to see what that offense can do without an all-time great defense.
I mean, I don't know. I think that they were really efficient last year. I mean, even with the all-time, I mean, I think they've got talent. You know, they've got really good talent on the offensive line. Obviously, their tight end room is insane. I mean, I think their wide receivers are a little, I mean, they're unproven, but I think they're a little underrated. I don't know.
And then they got a decent
underrated.
running back.
The greatest thing to come out of Georgia is George Pickens, and he never had over 600 yards in a season.
Well, that's the reason they hired Todd Monken. I mean, keep in mind, this is only Todd Monken's third year in the program, and they've got their offense was good last year, and that with Stetson Bennett, I don't know, I think they'll be fine.
Did you watch the Florida game?
I did watch the Florida game. I mean, we can talk about one game sample sizes. I mean, Clemson gave up
the second or the first Alabama game.
I did. I mean that. And it wasn't really. I mean, I don't think it was a play calling thing. I think they had some bad turnovers.
Georgia offense last year, the offense was above average. It was above average. This year, I believe it'll be pretty decent.
That's about where it is. But an above average offense minus that defense, I could very easily see them losing 2 games.
Maybe and there's teams that are getting better. Tennessee obviously is bringing back quarterback. South Carolina is they played Georgia early in the year. They've overhauled their offense. I don't know. You could be right, but I don't know. I don't see anybody close enough in talent really to be extremely worried about them dropping more than 1 game. I don't know. I don't. I mean, 10-2 isn't out of the possibility. But I think they still win the division pretty easily.
But my thing is, you put 8 men in the box and double cover Brock Bauer all game.
Well, you can't do
their
both.
Offense away.
You can't really do both. I mean, you're acting like they don't have weapons on the outside. I mean, Arian Smith is probably the fastest player in college football. Like he's going to, and he hasn't really been able to be on the field for injury. And I think he is unproven. AD Mitchell was a true freshman last year, and he was really good last year. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it. I think their run game is still going to be very good. I don't see a lot of ways. I don't see Georgia's offense getting stifled or being like really. I mean, I think Alabama's. I think when it comes to playing Alabama, then I'd be pretty worried because I think Alabama's defense is going to be top 3 at least, top 3, top 5.
I think if they had to play A&M, I think A&M's defense would have a field day with them too.
You might be right, but they don't play. I'm basing this solely on schedule. So taking a step back doesn't necessarily mean that their record gets significantly worse. But I do think obviously the quality of the team is going to take a step back regardless. And I think when they play Bama and Atlanta, I'm not picking them to win. And
you're right about that. The team taking a step back doesn't mean there'll be a huge difference in record. You're absolutely right about that.
Right.
Because if you look at their schedule, Kentucky, Vandy, Tennessee, I mean, there's not a whole lot of big challenges there.
Right. Yeah.
Let's talk parity. So let's go through the Power 5 conference and pick out a champion different than Ohio State and Alabama, Georgia, or whatever, ACC, Clemson. Let's talk parity. So for the ACC, we'll start with ACC. Who would you guys like to see come out of the ACC as a champion, other than Clemson?
Other like who would I like? I mean,
Well, obviously, I pick Miami.
I mean, what's best for the conference is one of the premier brands in the conference winning it, especially the one that haven't won it in a while. So obviously or haven't won it at all. In Miami's case, that wasn't a dig, but it's just true.
It's just a fact.
So Miami, if Miami won it, that would be good for perception. If Florida State won, I don't see that happening. But if Florida State won it, North Carolina won it. I know North Carolina isn't a premier football brand, but they still, have a lot of, pull, and they're one of the premier brands in the conference just because of, the logo and what they mean to the conference. So, but I think Miami would be my first choice if we're just talking overall perception of the conference, all that. They have high expectations, and
Miami's my first choice and my only choice. But if I was forced to go and pick another team other than Miami and Clemson, it would probably be NC State.
You see, I don't think NC State winning it would be good.
I don't want to see North Carolina win anything.
I mean, if I had to pick a team other than Miami or Clemson, I mean, it's not going to happen this year. But I'd be along the same lines as Jordan. I would want, one of the premier brands, and that would have to be Florida State.
Yep. That's just because of fan base. Florida State has a large fan base. Florida State has tradition. Florida State winning the conference would not. It just wouldn't. And it's probably not fair to the other teams in the conference. But it changes it.
It wouldn't do too well over here on this channel.
No, it wouldn't. Yeah.
It wouldn't. But I'll be completely honest for a second. I got respect for Florida State a lot more than I do for Florida. I mean, I've said it on this channel before, and I've said it on others. Miami and Florida State made each other. I want Florida State to be good.
Now, speaking of Florida State, Boxing Monster, thank you for the $20 donation. He is a Florida State fan. Clemson was trash for 50 years. UM still trash. Seminole T2Y, see you in Texas.
I mean, what 50 years are we talking? I don't think Clemson's ever been terrible in a 50-year period.
Pope, if Miami's trash, what does that make Florida State right now? Because y'all ain't had a winning record in 5 years.
I mean, if you ask Florida State fan, there's a difference between trash and garbage. So
yeah,
I mean that I've made this comparison several times because some people tried making comparisons to Miami and Tennessee. I mean, whatever you want to say about Miami in the last 15 years, we haven't struggled to make a bowl game.
Yeah. See, Florida State, Miami disappointment is too different. Miami's disappointment is, I went out to the parking lot. Oh, I got to go back in the house, forgot my keys. But Florida State's, on the other hand, is, oh, shit, I took the trash to the dumpster. Before I throw the trash in, the bag breaks.
Goddamn.
I've been there before.
So, yeah, it's a difference. Right now, they're going on, almost 5 seasons without even making a bowl game?
That is unfortunate.
And to quote a good friend of mine, that's tough.
Oh man! Speaking of that's tough. For anybody that just recently joined, do have merchandise now. That's tough T-shirts and stuff like that should be underneath the videos. You guys can click on them, purchase if you want. If you don't worry about it. But merchandise are there. Let's move on to the Big Ten. What about the Big Ten? I mean, Ohio State pretty much been winning it. Michigan recently got lucky or whatever you want to call it. Other than Ohio State and Michigan, I mean, who would you rather see come out of the Big Ten?
Penn State.
Penn State would be a good one, either them or Wisconsin, because Wisconsin seems to walk into 10 wins a year. Let's see them get over the hump and do something.
Yeah. Penn State and Wisconsin. I think those are the clear choices.
Yeah, I mean, if I couldn't throw Wisconsin or Penn State in there, I'd probably throw Nebraska in there just for the hell of it.
Right? Yeah, Nebraska. I did forget about.
I mean, Michigan State's a good story too. I mean, that with hiring that new coach and him doing as well as he did.
I can't lie.
The Big Ten has some underrated brand. Like I think they don't have. I mean, their middle of the road brands are better than the ACC's middle of the road brands in terms of football. So I think they can get away with having, I don't know, Penn State or Nebraska or something, or I won't say Penn State's a middle of the road brand, but or even Iowa, if they won the conference, they just don't get trashed the same as the ACC when Pitt wins it and stuff like that.
All right, so let's do the SEC. Other than Alabama, Georgia, LSU, or the Florida Gators, who would you rather see win the SEC championship?
Tennessee. Yeah. Did you say LSU?
Yeah, I said LSU.
I'd say take out LSU and Florida because those are the ones that's been really competing.
Yeah, Tennessee and Auburn. Those are the two.
Tennessee, Auburn. What about Texas A&M?
Yeah, A&M too.
I was just fixing to say A&M.
Now I really don't want A&M because of the way recruiting been going, and I don't want them to be building up a dynasty like being the next.
Here's the thing with A&M. It really is shit or get off the pot time with them. I mean, Jimbo Fisher is very quickly running out of excuses on why that team's still going 8-4.
Yeah, because I don't want to hear Texas A&M fans, oh shit, we done won 9 games, but it's over for everybody now.
Yeah, if they let me look at their schedule, because if Texas A&M loses to, I mean, if they win less than 10 games this year, I don't know. I mean, I don't see.
All right, let's go over to the Big 12. Other than Oklahoma, I mean, basically Oklahoma's the only one that really been winning it. Who would you rather see come out of the Big 12?
Well, much of what I just said about Texas A&M, actually everything I just said about Texas A&M applies to Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a team that, they've had some coach turnover, but they've consistently recruited in the top 5, top 10.
They just had a top 5 class this year.
And they're not getting the results.
If you had to gamble on a team other than Oklahoma and Texas, who would it be?
Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, Iowa State had a big run a year or two ago, but then they just fell off the bandwagon.
Well, they lost the best quarterback they've had in school. Well, arguably the best quarterback they've had, and definitely the best running back they've had in school history. What's
the odds of West Virginia coming out?
I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's terrible odds. I think you could get some if you were betting it. I think you could get some pretty good odds on it. But
here's the thing, though. I think West Virginia's cap is about 9-3.
That might be good enough to win the conference this year, though. Depends.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, 247 had them predicting them winning 7 games. So if they could win 9, they could probably do it.
Win a game or two they're not supposed to, maybe.
Well, I mean, last year 9-3 wouldn't have won it.
No, but it's a long shot. But I don't think I think West Virginia could be pretty decent this year, though. I don't think they're a real contender, but crazier things.
I mean, they're a real contender for. And I know delusional fan base gets thrown around a lot, but they really think they're some kind of big time program.
Yeah.
And I've never understood that.
They have a lot of wins. I think they have like the most wins or something like that of any team without a championship or a national championship or something like that.
I think they're like 15th or 17th all time wins.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, Pac-12.
Them and Virginia Tech are right there, I think.
For the Pac-12, other than Oregon or Utah, who would you guys rather see come out of there?
I mean,
what happened to Arizona State having a squad?
I think their whole
transfers and the NCAA stuff.
The whole scandal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like I was waiting on Arizona State to break out, and then they got hit with that, and I was like, well, there goes that thought.
Yeah, well, they kept Herm Edwards, so clearly, I mean, I guess they found reason to think that Herm Edwards wasn't, complicit in the stuff that was going on, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know much about that, so I can't say whether or not that's true.
So who are you taking?
I mean, you said take out who?
Take out Oregon and Utah.
Then USC. That's the easy answer. If we're just talking, brand and hey, if you take, and I mean, if you were to take USC out, UCLA, Arizona State. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen, but.
I mean, he didn't end up with the best record in the world, but you are seeing improvement with Chip Kelly at UCLA.
Yeah, it's slower than people expected, but they were a solid team. They're just kind of flying under the radar. But I think they were 8-4 last year. They were fine. They beat LSU.
So, I mean, if he can keep that going into this year, he might make a viable threat to win the Pac-12.
Yeah, I could see it. They bring back a ton. They bring back a quarterback. They have a lot of continuity on that. They have a really good running back. I mean, they bring back a lot of continuity. So we'll see.
All right, so playoffs. Let's just take 4 conference champions and put them in there. Of course, the SEC is going to get one. So who's going to get left out? Pac-12, ACC, Big 12. Who you think?
I can't.
According
honestly,
to Josh Pate, the ACC is getting left out. According to them, both Clemson and Miami are making New Year's 6 games. Neither one of them are making the playoffs.
Right. So I guess they have Miami going to what the Peach Bowl or something, and Clemson.
They had us going to the Cotton Bowl against. Houston.
Okay. All right, and then Clemson to the Orange Bowl, I guess. Well.
So who would they put in there? What, Alabama and Georgia again?
I've seen a lot of different crazies. I've seen a lot of different crazies. I mean, Alabama. I've seen some with Georgia. I mean, I've seen enough with Georgia.
With Ohio State.
Ohio State. Yeah, definitely Ohio State.
I'd argue that. I mean, if you put Alabama and Georgia in, and then you put Ohio State in, I'd argue that Miami or Clemson would definitely have to be in from the ACC over.
If they only got one loss, I think they should.
Especially over the Pac-12 and the Big 12.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they have Notre Dame in there. I don't know.
Josh Pate had Notre Dame in there.
Oh, okay.
Which I do not see a first-time head coach. Literally first time. This guy's never been a head coach before. Go 12-0 in his opening season and take Notre Dame to the playoffs. I don't see it happening.
That'd be pretty incredible, but I mean, they got a good roster, and I think they have a really good core. I think Tyler Buchner's really good. Obviously, I think they'll be pretty solid on the offensive line, offense and defensive line, really. Defensive line. Yeah, I think they have one really good edge rusher, Isaiah Foskey, and then it's just a bunch of decent guys. But I think they'll be fine. But I think they could. If you look at their schedule, I mean, I think they could. All their games are winnable. So, we'll see.
What would it take to get Notre Dame over the hump? Because they obviously can make the playoffs.
A real quarterback play and get actual production out of their wide receivers. That would be a start.
Yeah, that'd be a hell of a start.
Yeah.
Well, Ian Book was a pretty good college quarterback.
Yeah. No, Ian Book is the winningest quarterback in Notre Dame history. I don't know if y'all know that. He's won the most games as a starter in Notre Dame history.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, he was good for that, and honestly, I mean, he's managed to stick around in the NFL. I know he's a backup, but that's I got to give him credit. He's
so according to this photo, Nick Saban with the number one third grade football player in America. They call him Baby Gronk.
Oh, I've seen. They have his parents have a whole like Twitter and Instagram for him, and I think they manage it.
Third grade though, seriously.
And you wonder what? Well, see, listen to what you just said, Jordan. And
I
you
know.
wonder why there's shit like what's going on in the world these days.
I don't disagree. I know what I just came out of my mouth. Parents, just too much. That I don't know. Parenting is just kind of gone out the window for some these days. You making your kid a social media and like I don't know. And you're basically, and you're trying to live your, vicariously through them. I can't stand parents that do that. That try to live their dreams.
Dude, I was just reading a story the other day that this dude got arrested outside this girl's house. Girl's like 15 and some kind of social media icon, and like they've moved in the whole 9 yards, and they still won't get this girl off the internet. I'm like, y'all are stupid.
Yeah.
Off subject real quick. Let me know in the chat who you guys got winning tonight's game. Boston Celtics or the Golden State Warriors. Let me know who you guys got winning the game.
I'll take Golden
Boston because Steve Kerr's a bitch.
He is a bitch sometimes, but
tell him go cry some more in another press conference, bitch.
Oh man, hold on, let me see it. I think the game should be on right now. I think it started at 9.
But I think a lot of people are picking Boston at this point, so I'm gonna take the Warriors because it seems like everything.
Hey, after game 2, I was told Boston was done. The series was all but a wrap.
Yeah.
We see what happened there.
No, I think it's gonna go. I think it might go to 7, but we'll see. I initially thought it was going to be. I think I did think the Warriors were going to win in like 5 before the series started. But
you know who ain't going to win it? T2y's boy. Where your boy at, T2y?
Who?
Your boy LeBron.
Oh,
he ain't there, bro.
Don't worry about LeBron. He got a ring that's recent.
That's when I knew I was the greatest. Dumbass.
He'll be back. Boston's already winning 11-4. Starting off pretty good for them.
Oh, well, is it too late to change my pick? No.
Hell no. I already took Boston.
I mean, it's only the first quarter.
Yeah, I know.
First couple minutes into it.
Wiggins out here missing threes. Yeah.
Yeah. Who was it that went crying in the press conference the other day? Because they were hollering at him, and he was talking about his kids were in the stands, and he's sitting there cussing
Draymond
in the
Green?
press conference. Yeah. He talking about the fans cussing in the stands, hollering, fuck Draymond, but he's in the press conference with his son right next to him cussing.
Yeah. And Klay Thompson cried about it, too.
Isn't Draymond Green most famous moment calling Kevin Durant a bitch?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And he's complaining about cursing?
Hey man, all these people know is hypocrisy, bro.
Basketball.
Holy shit! What the hell?
Diving into the seams, creating open looks.
ESPN got T2y.
Rejected out of bounds.
And this.
That's that autoplay shit. ESPN got you.
Yeah, they want that copyright strike bad.
Be like Dave Chappelle. Gotcha, bitch.
You know what? I never thought about that, Jordan, because Lou's been complaining about that for a while. It's like, boom, automatic copyright strike.
Yep, it accidentally plays, and then you got to take the video down.
Yeah,
they're getting the money for this video.
Yep.
It depends on how long. If it's more than 8 seconds, then they got me. But you got to be.
Yeah, see, they won't strike you. They'll just claim it and take your money.
That was almost 8 seconds. It was. Yeah, because
the only good thing with YouTube when you do live videos, if they do claim your videos, the super chats they don't take.
Right. Well, they can't do that.
Yeah, they'd have to reverse the transaction. Yeah, they can't do that.
So the ESPN wouldn't, get your super chats.
Well, and they wouldn't want to either because they get a cut of it. So
Exactly. Yeah, they get like 35%.
Yeah.
No, YouTube gets 50.
Yeah, it's close to like it's close to 50.
It's 50. It's 50.
Yeah.
I've done a show once where I got $100 donation and YouTube sent me $50.
Ouch. That's so grimy.
Yeah, they take half of everything. They actually asked us, had us do a survey the other day and asked them what would they improved on. That was one of the things I put on there. Like, stop taking 50%, you assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
YouTube don't care about their creators though. That's the thing. They don't like they pretend they ask for feedback and stuff and they don't make any changes.
oh, and then they asked if you couldn't.
Well, that's
if you-
because
if you wasn't
it's not
putting
really
content
YouTube.
on YouTube. Where else would you put it? And I selected every single other platform just to make them feel a little.
I mean, well, it's because it ain't YouTube anymore. They got bought out by Google, so it's just it all got rolled in. So there ain't no really YouTube to care about anymore.
Yeah.
If you got any issues on YouTube, good luck finding somebody to tell it to. Cause
Yeah, they don't help.
Support team.
Like the only way to get YouTube to respond about something is to post about it on Twitter and get it to trend, because that's the only way you can get a response is by publicly atting them and doing stuff.
See, to me, what was really janky though was when you started to have that push to Parler because everybody got pissed off with YouTube, and then they made it to where you couldn't even download the Parler app anymore.
Oh yeah,
man.
So it's like so much for having any kind of competition, because you just make it to where your competition can't even be downloaded anymore.
See, the reason why YouTube is so good to put up content on is because they're not like Twitch where it's super sensitive and Facebook. If you say the word simp on Twitch, they shut you down.
Wow.
They shut you down.
Damn, Twitch has gotten that bad.
Yeah, if you curse on Twitch, they shut you down. You go on there, let's just say you as a guy, you change your shirt, you took your shirt off, they shut you down.
Yeah, but Twitch has had problems, beyond what YouTube has, though, because you had so many people doing lives on Twitch getting naked.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up.
You got people abusing animals on Twitch, like live, I saw someone like throw their cat across the room. I was like,
"Oh damn!"
What?
No, dude, somebody live streamed on Twitch. They put a damn hamster in a microwave.
Oh my god!
Did it ran in circles?
I'm like, you some kind of janky motherfucker do some shit like that for real.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're crazy people. You got people, there was one dude, like I think he has special needs, and this guy, this YouTuber actually came onto his Twitch stream and basically threatened him to eat his own shit. On camera, and he was like, I did it because I thought it was funny. I'm like, bro, and it didn't. Twitch got their priorities all. They're just like YouTube in a way, because they got their priorities all messed up.
Well, I mean, hell, what was it? 2 weeks ago, Chess Hall's putting hot sauce in his eye on YouTube.
Well, I mean, you can't take that down, and that was pretty. I mean, that's just Chess Hall.
I mean, my problem with it is just really the double standard. I don't like the double standards or hypocrisy. That's what bothers me.
Yeah, it's bad, and they strike someone for one minuscule little thing, and then somebody else gets away with basically murder, and they don't nothing happens. It's just
like outside of football, a lot of what I follow is gun channels, and they've gone after them hard.
I bet, yeah. I saw this one guy. It was kind of a big deal, but this one guy, this one YouTuber, he's kind of big. I don't remember his name, but he has like 1 million subscribers. But he photoshopped this guy a cucumber into this guy's mouth. It was like a 5-second clip, and his video he got striked or he got flat or something like that. He got striked for like nudity and sexual content. And they took
the guy that he probably did that to probably reported him.
Yep. And so they said it was vulgar sexual content. and instead of like telling him, hey, you've got like this amount of time, like edit it. Like YouTube has a built-in editor where you can just cut stuff out. And they didn't let him do that. No, they took the video down, and then they demonetized his channel. And then when he complained on Twitter, because that's the only way to actually get a hold of him, they just struck his entire channel.
Well, you noted that no, there is actually a way to deal with them, but it takes a lot of money. Fucking, and I'm sure you've heard of him. Steven Crowder has kind of gotten YouTube in check. At least dealing with him.
I don't follow him that much. I know. Well, I know he got hit with something a while back, and he's back now. So I guess he does, but
they kept trying to go after him, but he eventually got a lawyer involved, and he really started going after them though with that crap when the president of YouTube said on that podcast that if she could, she would shut down people like Ben Shapiro tomorrow because her kid likes Ben Shapiro. And I'm like, there's nothing to shut him down for just because you don't like him.
Well, Ben Shapiro's got some terrible. He's allowed to have terrible takes, but like he said, like that one time he said that rap music wasn't music because his dad is a music theory teacher. Like that was. Ben Shapiro's an Orthodox Jew, and he's straight up said he wouldn't know a rap song if it kicked him in the ass. Yeah, I know. He talks like it too. I know. But no, like you can't. I mean, but you can't.
There's no. What I'm saying is there's nothing he's done that's worth being struck down over.
Right.
Whether you agree with him or not.
If you really want to watch some controversial content, listen to Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, I follow them.
No, I watch them religiously.
Man, them hoes stay mad on that show.
Dude.
Them hoes stay mad on that show.
I love that show. And it's crazy because I get a lot of slack talking about it because a lot of people be like, you believe that shit that they say? I'm like, yeah, it's 100% true.
I mean, do they just literally go looking for every gold digger they can find?
Yep. Most of the girls that come on there, they found them in the club.
It makes for good content.
It does.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, if they didn't have the hoes on there, I probably wouldn't watch it as much as I did.
I tell you, I found Fresh and Fit later. I was watching Kevin Samuels before them.
Oh yeah.
I started watching Kevin Samuels a while back too.
Yeah.
My dad. I know my dad watched him.
If you think Miami fans saying we're going 12-0 every year is delusional, watch the women that come on Kevin Samuels show.
That dude ain't got no sympathy. That dude he straight up slaughters them.
Yeah.
Like,
some of them do because some of them do be talking crazy. Like when they're like you got women on there that wouldn't take a high like I think there was this one girl that rejected this guy that was like gonna be an engineer or something like that.
It was too boring.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
She'll be in the hood with Pookie and Ray Ray.
Yep. Like she said, like he has no personality. I'm like, you only talked to him for 2 minutes, and he was telling you what he does for a living. Like what personality were you gonna get out of that? Like what? Oh, he's like, she was like, I'm a good judge for that kind of stuff. I'm sure that's why that's why you're on this show to begin with.
Exactly.
Your great, sense of personality. Yeah, shut up.
A lot of them be like, oh, I like this kind of guy. I like that kind of. I dated this kind of guy, and then they'll be like, well, why ain't you with him?
Yep.
Because
he just got a knack. He got a knack too of finding all these big ass girls that think they the hottest shit in the world.
Oh, dude, I remember they had a show. They had all these. I want to say a little bit more on the plus side women on there. The chat was roasting them.
Oh man, no, I know his chats be crazy. Like, cause I've seen clips. Like, I've never watched like a full one of his shows, but I've seen like clips here and there, and it's the funniest stuff.
With my
Oh, dude,
job,
I'll sit there and listen to like the full 2-hour show. 'Cause
yeah,
I'm driving down the road. I ain't got nothing else to do.
yeah. See, with my job, I just put my AirPods in and listen to the whole podcast. What I'll do is I'll watch the introduction of the women to kind of get a look at their voice and see what they look like, and then I'll just throw it in my pocket.
Yep. And you just listen, and I bet you know which one.
Half the time I'm walking around, look like I'm talking to myself. I'm like, you sound so stupid. Oh my god. Oh man, it'd be seriously funny listening to women trying to tell men what they want.
Yeah,
I'm not a man. I don't know what I want. You tell me what I want.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed like a guy that just that told people to have realistic expectations, and people
people
hate on for it.
I mean, that and so many women these days think all they got to bring to a relationship is that ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bring my PhD and my career. We don't care. Nobody cares.
The only PhD around my house is posthole digger.
Because 9 times out of 10, if I lose my job and I lose everything, you're not going to take care of me. And if that happened, it won't be for long. See, if our women lose their job and shit, we'll just step it up and just handle it.
And I've seen clips of him being tough on men too. Like, it's not like he was. Because men.
He's equal opportunity.
Yeah. He'll slaughter. Yeah. So I don't know. He seemed like.
By the way.
I mean, he was blunt, and he was harsh, but like I mean, it seemed like he was coming from a place of he concerned, and he wanted people to actually hear what he was saying.
I mean, it's the reality. If I'm fat, the world gonna tell me I'm fat. If a woman's fat, they just gonna, oh girl, you got good curves, blah blah blah, you big boned. Excuses. But if you tell them they're fat, oh my god, you're so bad. Cancel him.
Yeah, the Instagram comment section of I guess I'll say a plus size girl is probably one of the biggest places where you can find just a ton of lying.
Oh shit, Jordan, look at the score now.
Oh, look, would you look at that? I ain't even been paying. You see, Kevin Samuels.
They'll screw it up. It'll be all right.
Golden State is up by 5 now.
Golden State had a lead in the last game too that didn't last long.
Yeah. Shoot.
That tripped me out, man. I didn't know there was anything wrong with him. Did he like just suddenly have a heart attack or something?
From what I heard, yeah. I mean, a lot of people putting it on a lot of different things. Some saying it's the Red Bull. He's been drinking all the time. I mean, he does drink liquor every now and then on the show. And then a lot of people were saying, well, he had a nurse over. I mean, who would know how to kill you like a nurse would? But
some bitch he pissed off called into his show.
Nah, but he had a nice little nurse over there on his last day, I guess. And she looked nice. Cause I seen her on Twitter. Nice looking Spanish chick. It's like, damn,
that came across my feed one day. I was just scrolling through news articles, and it said Kevin Samuels, his family had reported he died. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I looked at the chick that he was with. I was like, damn, Kevin went out with a bang. And there'll be for all the world that was saying that he gay and all that. Well, I mean, that's tough.
I don't know why they think that.
Why would they think that?
Because he's well dressed. I don't know. Like, just because he dressed himself nice. I don't know why else they think.
I mean, I've had friends. I've had friends that were gay. I mean, you can tell the way he talks that he's not.
Yeah.
A lot of them were saying it's the way his voice sounds.
His voice didn't sound. I mean, I don't know. It just he talked like he talked like matter of factly and really,
I mean, he knows what he's talking about, though.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't sound. It didn't. I don't hear the when I.
And at the end of the day, it's all about the message.
Yeah.
It is.
To me, I never heard him telling lies on the show. He just told them what they didn't. He told them the truth. They didn't want to hear.
Some hard truths that they didn't. Yeah, Thomas Sowell's another one that does that. He puts out some hard truths that nobody wants to hear, but he don't bullshit.
Because a lot of women work off possibilities and not probability.
Right.
And that's the problem.
But Jordan probably don't like him either.
If they think they got a 1% chance of getting a certain man they want,
I don't know who that guy you named is, Slim. So I don't know.
You know who Thomas Sowell is, dude? You need to look him up for real.
I might know who he is and just.
He's at Sowell.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rolo Tomasi.
I've heard of him.
That man there is a national treasure.
Yep.
Dang, he's 91.
Freaking legend.
Yeah, he's old.
You know, there's two men on this earth that are absolute legend and will forever be legends. That's Dan and Hugh Hefner. Those dudes. Dude, have y'all seen Dan's Instagram?
I'm not on any social media but YouTube. That's it.
Man, Dan is the mother effing man. Dan is living the life that every man wish and dreams they could.
Dude, you know what though? I think that's cap for real. Because you know what? I love my life. I'm married. I've got a second kid on the way. I've got another one of somebody else's I'm having to raise. I love my life.
I love my life too, but hey, if you gave me the resources to do whatever I can and still keep my wife, I'll do it.
I mean, okay, if I got more resources to where I can do more of what I want to do, that would be the only difference. I'd spend less time working and more time doing just what I want to do.
All right, let's just hope YouTube don't, flag me for this, but Dan Beller, I always mess up his name. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But basically, this is what my guy does.
He just be traveling.
He's always partying with women out.
Isn't he? He does a podcast too, doesn't he? I can't see his face.
I bet he does. He looks like somebody that does a podcast.
Yeah, I know who that is. I've seen him before.
Dude be like, this dude is a legend. Dude is a freaking legend, bro.
I mean, let's be honest though. That picture with all those damn girls that he's with, I guarantee you they're annoying as fuck after 15 minutes.
You mean 15 minutes after the nut?
Hey, exactly. That's about all you can put up with them is 15 minutes afterwards, and you're like, get the hell away from me. Because they probably ain't got 6 brain cells between the lot of them.
It's like that. It's like that flat earther chick on Pete's channel.
Exactly.
I mean, look how my guys enjoying themselves, man. That is a dream right there.
I ain't even gonna lie, that's cap. Fuck that.
Yeah, he's got the money to do it, man. And there's enough women out there that say, hey.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of gold diggers out there. They'll be more replaced if they leave. Hey, and guess what? There'll be 30 more gold diggers right behind them. Until your ass actually needs somebody to hold you down, and then you ain't gonna find none of them.
Yeah, true that. But hey, I mean, given the opportunity to live that lifestyle, I can't say I would pass it up.
That food be looking good. Honestly, I don't care about the girls. Like if I was there, that's probably
what I'm talking about right there. t2y. Yeah, buddy. That Ma Deuce. That thing looking pretty.
Okay, that's what I used to be talking about.
Yeah. Well, which one? That or her?
The green stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if she come along with the green stuff, that's a whole different ball game.
Damn, does she come with the bottle?
Oh man, but yeah, that's the kind of life my guy lives, man. Sell guns, weed, clothing line, whatever, guns on top of guns.
He an entrepreneur.
And look at that. Skeep. My dude is.
I hope he's investing in it though, and I hope he ain't just because he gonna be broke in a couple years if he ain't spending it.
That dude,
right?
Yeah.
The way he got his shit set up, he'll never be broke.
You might be right.
He's not a rich idiot, basically.
He spends what he can afford and puts, it
money,
diversifies and stuff. And
his money makes money.
Yeah, that's what you got to be. Yeah, your money got to make money.
Yep.
Man.
But see, you don't even have to have that level of money for your money to make money for you, though.
Right.
My guy is just enjoying his meal with 4 beautiful. Oh, come on, man. That is the life.
I mean, it just takes. I mean, you don't have to have his kind of money. It's just smart smart investment, and you just knowing what you can and can't afford, and
My guy, life is a vacation.
Well,
whoever does
this
the camera work is needs a raise.
Here's the thing though, t2y. You see this and you think his life's a vacation. Yeah, that dude takes more. That dude takes more vacations than we do. But I guarantee you that dude works like 100 hours a week every week.
Whoa. Let me get it off there. YouTube about to cancel me.
Sexual and explicit content.
Oh man.
Now see, I'm trying to have a nice wholesome message over here, and here come t2y with this shit.
Putting porn on the
God
screen.
damn.
These monkeys. God damn.
He was going in too. That's
hey,
the
you better
crazy
get
part.
the hell off this dude's Instagram for real.
Now think about trying to feed all these girls.
Well, hell, they don't eat much. Look at them.
They all bulimic.
Oh god, my god!
Yeah, throw each one of them a Pop-Tart. They done.
Yep. They might throw that back up.
My guy be living the life. I'm telling you, man.
But I mean, you think I'm joking? I'm for real. Yeah, the dude takes more vacations than people like us do. But like I said, I guarantee you, homeboy working 100 hours a week every week that he works.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get to that level. You don't get to that level of money or Elon Musk level of money. Those guys do nothing but work.
Yeah. And he's got people. And he's got good people. He's got smart people, around him that also.
Yeah.
You gotta. He surrounds himself with smart people. I bet.
And that's a luck factor too, is finding smart people that aren't going to fuck you over.
Yeah. That's important. It's one of the hardest things to do, but that's one of the most important parts. Is surrounding yourself with the right people.
No doubt. That's why I'm friendly with people like Jordan Bowman.
I see.
All I'm saying, if I live that lifestyle, Jordan, you'll definitely have a job, my guy.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
The camera views that you said you like, you could be the one doing it.
Hey, I don't mind. I do not mind. If the pay is good, I do not mind. I'll
get in where you fit in, boss.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
As long as it's sustainable and legal, I'm not. Well, honestly, it don't really have to be legal, but it depending on what we're talking about. But
he said it don't have to be legal, Dan.
I mean, but that to me, we were talking about Kevin Samuels. That was always the funniest videos. Was when he was talking to all these damn OnlyFans hoes talking about that shit ain't sustainable. Right. They living it good right now, but that shit gonna dry up in 5 years.
Yep.
Some Insta thoughts.
Ain't nobody gonna keep a subscription to an OnlyFans for 5 years. Like they.
No.
I never thought. I don't see the reason for people even subscribing to an OnlyFans. I mean,
I don't get it either. That you can literally look up the better stuff.
There is
the internet has everything for free.
there are some thirsty ass dudes in this world for real.
Yeah.
Dude, if you want to see half of those girls that's on OnlyFans, just go on Riddick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Reddit got everything you need. Like they got whole subreddits dedicated to leaking the shit.
Yeah, if you go on Riddick,
Exactly.
Any one of them OnlyFans that's on there, you can see them on Riddick.
Yeah. So you get to see the same video that some other dude paid $20 a month to. I'm like, what? What are you doing? I mean, I guess some of them want the attention, like they want to feel like I don't know. They're just some lonely, thirsty dudes. I don't get it.
There is.
Yeah.
And it's created a whole generation of women that just expect you to hand them money just for talking to them.
Yep.
I've said it before. I feel bad for people like you, Jordan. I do. Me and my wife were having this conversation probably about a week ago. I was like, thank God I'm not dating anymore.
Shit. Yeah. I mean, I've been there. Like, Tinder is a crazy place to be on right now. That's all I can say.
Swipe left, swipe right.
Yeah, it's not even really the swiping. It's the messaging. Once you match, you come across some wild.
9 times out of 10, nowadays you're gonna find your girl online, or you're gonna find her in the workplace.
Yep, that is true, and that's like I think they did a study on that. I think that's true.
Dude, I have never met a girl online, and there was a time people knew better than to go to. You don't shit where you eat. You don't go to work looking for somebody. That just don't work out.
Yeah, I don't. I hope that doesn't happen. I mean, I'm not gonna like completely, say nah. I wouldn't get with somebody I work with, but I'd rather not. I prefer it. But if it's someone if I'm like 100% sure she's the one, then maybe.
Well, let me tell you something. You don't know that they're the one. You eventually figure out that they are.
That's true, because you don't really know somebody till you're living with them and sharing finances.
You don't.
Them. Yeah.
Dude, that's an absolute truth. My mother-in-law, me and my wife moved in together. She was 23. Her mama actually told her no, she couldn't move out.
Wow.
Because her mom was just that religious, and it like her mom and her dad, they were married within 6 months of meeting each other, and divorced in less than 10 years.
Yep.
Man.
And yeah, Marcus incels. I mean, that's what it is. Man, the incels are crazy.
But
they're weird. There's some weird people.
But 9 out of 10 relationships nowadays, it's the woman that initiate the breakup.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you.
Of course. I mean, it's always been that way, though.
Nowadays, it doesn't really have any benefits to get married.
Not like it used to. No.
As a man, because let's just say she decided, hey, I'm not happy anymore. You lose it.
Well,
most of the time you lose half of everything that you worked for.
Yep.
And then you got to pay her alimony too.
If you got a kid, if you have a kid with them,
the vast majority of divorces.
The way I see it, alimony is, I see it like this.
Well, like 90% of divorces, you don't pay alimony. That doesn't normally happen.
See, now it's like
my dad had to pay alimony.
I look at alimony as like this. It's like a subscription to Netflix, but you can't watch nothing. You're paying her every month, and somebody else is over there watching your TV.
Well, honestly, this is where we were talking about Ben Shapiro a minute ago. This is where I'll agree with him, because he's absolutely right. Modern feminism is what has destroyed marriage, because it used to be, men got married to get a little more civilized, because men tried to fuck everything in a skirt.
Yep.
And you got married to not do that. But then what feminism did was say, well, men act like pigs, so now the women are going to act like pigs, and women need men like fish need a bicycle, and you get what you have today.
You got a bunch of women fighting for the same guys that they have no chance of getting no relationship with.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want a guy that's 6 foot and taller. Well,
good luck.
He has to make over $100,000 a year. He has to have good dick, and he has to do this and do that. And then they never look at the percentage of actually getting that guy. And then, oh yeah, you found that guy. Now why would he choose you?
No, well, don't forget, he's got to be able to whoop anybody on the Cook County yard too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to be able to slap Chris Rock.
Slap Chris Rock.
Man, I slapped shit out of Chris Rock. What's he like, 5'5"?
Yeah, he's something like that.
That's why I would never. I don't really like women that say, "Oh, somebody say something to me, you got to defend me." Blah blah blah. To what extent, though?
Yeah.
Let's just say we're outside. Oh man, you look fat. You want me to slap the shit out of him and go to jail and lose my job, blah blah blah, lose everything just because somebody said you look fat.
They want some just want a hood dude and like that.
Man,
and then when
my wife,
if I do that, and then when I come out, you leave me anyway because now I can't support you.
Right.
Man, 7 or 8 years ago, me and my wife were down on Beale Street. Some dude slapped her on her ass. I turned around and looked at her. She just shook her head. My wife's 3rd-degree black belt. She dropped that motherfucker on his head.
Oh damn!
Oh damn!
She did it in front of a cop. Cop saw the whole thing.
Well, yeah, the cop wasn't going to do anything about that. Wasn't going to say nothing about it. What would the cop do?
I looked at her like, you want me to handle it? She shook her head. I just laughed.
Well,
I said you done fucked up on me. He said, what you gonna do about it? And that's about the time she hip tossed him and dropped him on his head. I ain't got to do shit.
Well, you got it easy. You got it real easy. Now, I mean, obviously that has its negatives too, because if you piss her off.
Oh, dude, I've had a couple black eyes.
Damn.
I ain't even gonna lie, I've had them. Hell, it is what it is.
That's wild.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'd be willing to guarantee all of them but one. I said something to deserve it too.
And this is a tight game, 35-34. If Boston win this and go up 3-1, do you think the series is over?
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
I said, matter of fact, after game 1, I said I was talking to Tiger Baskins. I told him, I said Boston's gonna win it in 5.
Now me, I don't want Boston to win for one reason, because my Lakers got the most championships.
Oh right.
Yeah, and I don't need them to tie this thing back up.
Well, do they? I thought it was tied right now.
I think we got the lead or we tied, but either way, I don't want them to win and then they have the most. I mean,
you're right. You're right, Marcus. That's what Kevin Samuels used to say all the time. You're going after less than 15% of men because you want somebody that's over 6 foot. You want somebody that makes over $100,000. You want this. You want that. Well, you're talking. By the time you add all that together, you're talking like 6 guys in the whole planet.
Yeah, I mean, I understand wanting someone that's taller than you, but like.
You know what's funny?
I can kind of get that. But,
most of them that say they want somebody that's 6 foot, they be like 4 foot tall and shit. Like what the hell?
Yeah, I'm like, what? You could find like
you 5'4" and you want somebody that's 6.
You want him to like pick you up like a toddler or something? Like
I guess
that's what you're into. I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Everybody's got their thing. I'm not here to judge.
Don't get me wrong. When it comes to that category, I don't really care because I'm 6'2". But at the end of the day, it's like you're 5'4". What are you talking about?
I mean, like a 5'8" dude is basically towers over you. Like, what do you like?
I need to be that tall because when I wear my heels, I'll be this tall. Like,
I swear to God.
The high heels mouth. Oh my God.
See, I had t2y. I had no frame of reference, like, because I had never met you. So seeing you next to Coop, I really had no frame of reference. Man, when I met Coop, that dude's so little bitty.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That dude's so little bitty.
Dude, when I met Lonzo was so damn short.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Lonzo's that short. He's really short like that. Wow, I ain't even know that.
I mean, he's probably 5'8", 5'9", because I'm I'm right at 6 foot.
Okay.
Man,
like 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah. Slim, if you come down to Clemson, if you come up to Clemson for the Miami game, you see me, you go.
Well, you're like 6'4", aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had friends that are 6'4". I mean,
might be closer to 6'5" now. I don't know.
Shit, fucking Nate's big ass.
I had a homeboy. His nickname was actually 6'4" because he was 6'4".
Yeah, my stepdad's 6'4".
My dad's 6'4". Well, he's like 6'3.5", something like that. My uncle is 6'6". My grandpa was like 6'2" or something like that. My mom's like 8, so he's 5'10". Yeah, I got a tall family, so.
Oh, see, Jordan, you just like me.
Yep.
You just like all my men in my family. They over 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
My granddad,
they like well over 6 foot.
Yeah, my granddad, he was 6'8". Yeah, my granddaddy was 6'8".
How tall are you, Marcus?
Oh, I'm 6 foot 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, you the same as me.
Yeah, so like I said,
I guess we in the little 12% then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what they fail to realize. Like, yeah, like it's only like 15% of men that's over 6 feet tall. So it's like y'all want like the smallest percentage of the men, but I guess a lot of women think like 50% of dudes is over 6 feet. I'm like, nah.
No,
they really aren't.
No, really ain't even close.
You're not even close.
Yeah.
But a lot of women, they believe that. They be like, oh, I know a lot of tall dudes. And no, not really.
They just taller than you. That's all.
Yeah, they just taller than you.
It's like they think, half of men make over $100,000 a year. No, they don't.
Nope.
Man.
Shit,
they know not. They know not because of the internet. The internet is telling them, there's only a certain percentage of men making over 6 figures and all that.
And it's also it's like everything else in life too. Shit like that comes over time. Yeah, I make 6 figures a year, but I'm 33 years old before I got there.
Yeah, you've been at your job.
They just want to come in at the finish line.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
I mean, ain't nobody in their 20s, unless you done had something hit viral, making well over 6 figures a year.
Yeah, unless you're an athlete, rapper, or a comedian or something like that. Yeah, other than that, yeah. Or unless
even if you're like a doctor, a physician, or something, you were at school. You went to med school. Because even doctors, they go to school for 6 to 8 years before, and then they don't even come out making 6 figures all the time. A lot of the time,
even if they do, when you first get out and you're doing your residency, you ain't thinking about messing with no damn girls because you're working damn near around the clock then.
Yeah, it's a grind.
Not only that, you got them student loans to pay off.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Man, that's about the dumbest thing. Where'd that come from? But man, the government needs to pay off my student loans. That's about the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Hey, I'm not gonna complain.
I know you're not. But what sense does it make for me to pay your student loans?
It doesn't really, but
No, it don't.
I get where I would think the exact same thing as you if I was in your position. I ain't blaming you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the government, they took care of mine during that pandemic.
Dang it, man! I wish I was. Shoot. If I was a little older, I probably would have been eligible. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I think I had like less than about 7,000, and they took care of the rest of that.
That's dope.
You said 10,000?
It was like little. It was a little less than 10,000.
So that's where my tax money went.
Yeah.
Y'all Florida State fans always taking our money.
Yeah, what it is.
That's I love paying. I love spending the taxpayers' money. That's what I do.
Man, they love spending the homeless money up in Tallahassee.
Oh.
I'm going to renovate their stadium with the homeless money.
It is what it is.
Bahamas, the merch is on the channel. If you look on the videos, you should see the merchandise popping up.
But Slim, by the way, Notre Dame won.
Did they? They knocked off Tennessee.
Yeah, 8-6.
Damn, Tennessee tried to come back, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, so Tennessee, they out?
Nah, it's
double elimination.
Yeah, so if they lose tomorrow, they play again tomorrow. If they lose tomorrow, then that's it.
Oh, okay.
They're going to burn down Knoxville.
Well, I feel bad to see. I really would, because they ain't got nothing else going on for
Yeah,
them.
they really don't. Like, this is like the best like athletic team they've had in a long time, like in any sport. Like this.
Yeah. Probably since that girls basketball coach retired.
Yeah.
Pat Summit.
Yeah.
Man, if they lose, I'm going to have to go over the BVD channel and watch them cry about it.
Well, I don't think BBD is going to be much on YouTube much anymore. You got a lot of medical stuff going on, I think.
Dude, BBD's fixing to lose his foot.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's diabetic. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of stuff going on with him. So I don't even think I kind of hope Tennessee wins just for him, because that, give him some happiness, but because he's going through a lot right now.
Well, that should be a message to anybody out there. If you got it, you got to take it seriously. You got to take care of yourself.
Yep. It ain't no diabetes. Ain't no joke. I got family members that have it. My
aunt for 35 years.
My grandma's diabetic. But, she just had her 80th birthday, so we're hoping we keep her around for a long time.
Yeah, that's a serious subject right there.
Yeah, I ain't mean to get heavy like that. But,
Gotta get serious every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Everything can be fun and games.
I just hope BVD the best.
Yeah.
I can't say I wish he would get a championship anytime soon, but
they can have a baseball championship. It'll be all right.
Yeah, he's really he's rooting for him. I know he's excited about him. So I wouldn't, since Clemson's out, I won't. Plus, the Tennessee wins.
Was Clemson even in?
Well, no, but you know what I mean. Clemson's not in it, so I don't have a rooting interest. And plus, if Notre Dame if Tennessee wins, the quicker Clemson can go after Notre Dame's head coach.
It had to be an ulterior motive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Tennessee winning helps Clemson. So, I mean, I think Florida State's going to try and get them too. So,
so who Florida State going to hire now, Marcus?
Like I told you earlier, I watched Florida State baseball, but as long as I've been living, it was always Mike Martin. And then after he retired, it was going to be his son. So I thought it was just going to be the Mike Martin Jr. show. But since he didn't got fired, I guess we might go after Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think they're going after Notre Dame because he was an assistant at Florida State before. I think people.
How much they pay him?
Probably a lot. They paid their baseball coach a lot.
I don't know how much we was paying.
T2y, did you see that comment I put on your video about Gino?
Oh yeah,
he played for.
The reason I asked that, I made that video because I went on Twitter. They had a Twitter space, and they was all talking about firing him. So I was like, let me ask the people if they want to fire him.
Well, what I said, typical Miami fan response. You lose something, fire everybody, burn it all down.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't see why you would fire y'all's
Man, Gino DeMar
I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised we fired the son. I'm very surprised.
Yeah, because he made the postseason. He made
2 out of 3 years.
Gino took over for a Hall of Fame head coach in Jim Morris. It took him a couple years to get his feet under him, but he's done it. And they started the season unranked, and he got them all the way at the end of the season, number 6 in the country. They ain't firing Gino.
They shouldn't. And plus, I'd be surprised if D-Rad made a firing in his first. I mean, I'm not. I mean, he's got the stones to do it, but I don't see why he would do that. Right now.
Yeah. It kind of surprised me early when I seen he got fired. I'm like, what? Mike Martin Jr. got fired? I thought he was grandfathered in since his daddy was there for a long time.
Well, I think that's kind of a good thing though, because at least that Florida State ain't gonna hold on to somebody just because of loyalty and nepotism.
Well, there's something to be said for loyalty, and I'll say this to the day I die. The one thing I don't like that Florida State did is what they did to Bobby Bowden at the end. They did that man wrong.
I agree. They kind of pushed him out.
Oh yeah, we did. Be honest with you, we fired Bobby.
Yeah.
We fired Bobby.
That man earned his right to go out how he wanted to.
You're probably right, but it was I understand why they did it. It was getting stale, and the recruiting wasn't the same, and they weren't getting the results that they should. So I see both sides. I think Bobby probably deserved better. He should have went out on a better note on his terms, but I understand why Florida State did it. It's just kind of one of those things. Yeah, they basically fired him without saying it. They.
Yeah, we pretty much fired Bobby without saying it. I mean, but like I said, Bobby, them last 5-10 years, he couldn't recruit. Like he'll go in them recruits' house, he couldn't remember their names.
Yep.
he literally went in the Pouncey twins' house down in Lakeland, and he didn't remember their name.
Yeah, but let's be honest, Bobby wouldn't have put up with the shit they pulled at Florida. Bobby wouldn't have put up with them.
Yeah, probably.
That was the only reason why we couldn't get recruits, because Bobby would go in these houses and the assistants had to tell Bobby, oh yeah, his name is so and so, and Bobby be like, oh okay, and the kids they looking at Bobby like, damn, the coach don't even know who I am. So they don't listen to me going to Florida State if the coach don't know who I am.
That's a goofy scene. I'm just imagining that. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Toby, you could start at Florida State. Who the hell is Toby?
He forgot he was coaching at Florida State. He's like, why am I in this kid's house?
That's why the last 5-10 years he let the assistants pretty much do all the work.
Just like Joe Paterno, yeah.
I could see Bobby Bowden going in somebody's house on a recruiting visit. He'd go in there and take a shit in their bathroom, fall asleep on the toilet.
Oh man, talking about going out like Elvis.
Oh God!
Wow.
Oh yo, what we call it? Jimbo used to talk shit about Bobby too.
Oh yeah,
he used to talk shit about. Oh, y'all running practices like this, and we got that big old tower in our practice field. Jimbo be like, oh, I'm gonna make that a deer stand or some shit. He said, I'm like, but damn.
Yeah, Jimbo don't care. He was
Jimbo ain't got no respect for anybody.
Yeah.
But it killed me. It killed me when whenever he went after Saban, he was like, oh well, that's why I come from Bobby Bowden and this that going on. But I'm like, Jimbo, when you was here, you talk shit about Jimbo. I mean, you talk shit about Bobby and about his practice ways, and you ran your program just like Nick Saban. So I don't get all this throwing shade at Nick Saban for. You run your program just like Nick Saban.
So you're saying Florida State was buying players too?
Man, we always buying. Man, we already got that established. Everybody was buying players. I don't want to hear none of
that. Now, Jimbo did take it a step forward. What was that D tackle that had 7 felonies reduced to misdemeanors? What was his name again?
He played up under Jimbo?
Yeah. He was right there, right along with Winston. The year they won the national title, they had that defensive tackle. He had like 7 felonies. Got arrested by Tallahassee PD. All of them got reduced to misdemeanors.
Oh, I gotta see who. I gotta see. It might be that dude who just recently passed away, Keith Bryant. That's who you might be talking about.
It might have been him.
Yeah, it might be Keith because.
For the life of me, I can't think of his name.
Because the only people who really big time got in trouble at Florida State was Jameis and then Dalvin. But Dalvin, that was just all the accusations, and then all his. Then he just he never got.
Hey, since we're talking about accusations, there, Jordan Bowman, what's going on with your boy?
Nah, we're not getting into that. We're not having that conversation. That is bait, sir. That is bait. You're gonna get me caught up.
I'm a masturbator, sir.
Yes, you are.
Who you talking about?
Who we talking about?
Man, you had like 60, 70 more come out on Deshaun.
Damn. Deshaun. Oh, yeah. I seen one of those reports. I seen.
I'm gonna say this. He's done. He's done. He's not playing this year.
What's he up to? 110, 115 of them now?
I don't know. Hey, listen. As long as none of it happened at Clemson, it is what it is. I mean, look. I can't defend. I can't really defend any of that stuff. I know he got. I know he's not being criminally charged and stuff, but it's clear he made some real messed up decisions.
Well, it's 24 women that said he did something to them, but they said he had 66 different women in 17 months.
Yeah.
So out of 66, only 25 said, "Oh, he was doing sexual harassment or rape, whatever they claim he was doing."
This had to have been during the off season because when's he got that kind of fucking time?
Yeah, it must have been, but
a lot of NFL players they do that. They during the week they go and get massages.
Well, you think he was hanging out with Robert Kraft?
That probably shit. Oh hell! But no, I think the
traded
stuff
to the Patriots.
Yeah, I think the stuff that came out, with the Texans signing NDAs, that was a red flag. Okay, yeah, I'm like, yeah, he was using, he was definitely using those massages for more than.
Yeah, I read one of those reports that Deshaun he a real deal freak.
He's something. Yeah, he's something special. And
that's how he closed the door. He closed the door and put on a song. Oh, happy day.
I mean, and listen, I've always known he's kind of a weird guy because even at Clemson, he was like, I mean, he wasn't like reclusive or like a loner, but he would spend some time by himself sometimes. He's just like I don't know. He just had his quirks.
Now you got to get it right. You got to get it right, T2Y. When he closed the door, he's putting on R. Kelly, not "Oh Happy Day."
Hey, I heard Deshaun was. I heard Deshaun was going to the massage parlors. He was giving out them facials out there.
Oh,
yeah, okay. That's what one of the reports said. He called one girl in the face.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He was like, "Where you want me to put it?" I read that. I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, he's wild." I don't.
Do any of y'all got?
Granted, that's. I mean, as far as a man's behalf, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But you doing that in like a professional business, you can't do that in a professional setting.
And they ain't sign up for that. So
yeah, if they ain't sign up for that, yeah, that's real wrong. But that if that's on your own personal time, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with one of them.
Yeah, yeah.
but you got all in a professional setting doing all that, and the girl, I read one of the reports. The girl, it got all over her face and got all over her breast, and she just got up and got paid, and she just walked out, and then she quit like a day later. I said, "Damn."
Yeah, that's.
So she showed up to court, hadn't even washed it off. It was still on her face.
Oh man,
I said, "God damn, Sean."
Do any of y'all got a subscription to Netflix?
Yeah.
It's a movie. It's a movie that just recently came out on there with Adam Sandler called Hustle. You have to check that out.
Is it good? I'm not a huge
Somebody else
Adam
told me
Sandler
that.
fan.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, like somebody said, like that one and the last one he put out on Netflix. It's like Adam Sandler's kind of in a second end, starting to make some good stuff again.
Yeah, the last one he had, I think it had something to do with gems, Black Gem or something like that. I think that's the title. He had Kevin Garnett in the movie too.
I had to check it out because his stuff is his recent stuff had been kind of getting kind of stale, and a lot of it wasn't very good. It wasn't like old classic Adam Sandler. So
this one was real good.
Speaking of that, that's another one I'm a little suspicious of because, like old Chuck said, I don't know another 40-year-old man wearing skinny jeans.
Y'all leave KG alone. Y'all leave KG alone. He one of the toughest dudes that ever play the game. He was.
I'm just saying a little suspect. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I'll let it slide. Because of what he did in the league.
A lot of people give LeBron slack on making a big three, but what happened to KG, Allen, and what's the other guy name?
Man, they had big threes in the 80s, man. I don't know why people keep saying, "Oh, this person," but they had big threes in the 80s.
Didn't you have Barkley, Bird, and Miller all in the Pacers at the same time?
No.
No.
There was Indiana had a big three at one time. I know Barkley. It wasn't Bird, but I know Barkley was part of it.
No, Barkley was on a big three in Houston with him, Olajuwon, and Drexler.
Yeah,
maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Let's see. The Pacers. They had.
What's the guy named who used to shoot all the threes?
Which one?
For the Pacers,
Reggie
Miller.
Reggie Miller.
That was Reggie.
I feel bad for that boy.
I feel bad for everybody in the '90s because they had to deal with fucking Jordan.
Oh yeah, no, they had the Warriors had a big three in the '90s with Tim Hardaway, Chris Mullin, and Mitch Richmond.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah.
Man, Kobe and Shaq messed up.
That was something the other day. It was a father and son going back and forth. That they were watching another video and they were trying to answer the question in it because somebody had posed the question. Okay, they don't have hand checking today. Would Jordan average 50 a game in the game today?
He'll average about 45. I want to go 50. He probably average well over 40.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think somewhere around 45. Because he had that year where it was like 38 or 39 a game.
Yep.
Yeah, 88 he averaged 36. Yeah, 88 he averaged 36.
It was 37.3. I'm sitting here looking it up right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Slim. They got 12 females on with them tonight.
Oh, good Lord.
That should be an exciting show to listen to tomorrow.
Man, I don't know how them dudes do it. Putting up with that much stupid.
Man.
Who you talking about? You talking about Fresh and Fit?
Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, but them guys, they living a life.
They stay getting ignorant and getting thrown the fuck out of there. And you figure they'd realize by now because they've all seen it.
Yeah, but a lot of them, they trying to go viral. They trying to make. But like I said, I be watching. I be catching the clips of Fresh and Fit.
Nah, I listen to the whole shows.
Because sometimes it gets unbearable just listening to them girls just be talking, and a lot of them they just OnlyFans and Instagram models.
You want to talk about unbearably stupid? Listen to these damn hoes. They get on No Jumper.
Oh yeah. But actually, I like Adam 22. I like his show.
I like it too, but I'm just saying.
I mean, Fresh and Fit is pretty much like the new Jerry Springer. That's all it is.
You know what? You're right.
It's like Jerry Springer, and they just going, oh, I do this and I do that, and this, that, and going, and I want a loyal dude, and this, that going on, and you just got. I watched one the other day. It was this white girl.
Hot girl summer.
Yeah, I watched this white girl. This white girl said, "Oh, I got 4 kids and 4 baby daddies," and she. And you could have swore, if you close your eyes, you thought a black chick was talking. That's how
I heard that one. I heard that one. They kept calling her Wendy's 4 for 4.
Yeah, they call us Wendy's 4 for 4. Yeah, that shit was so damn funny.
Yeah, Buddy was like, "Are you gonna try to go for 5 guys?"
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
that's like that damn girl that got famous off of Dr. Phil. That girl made like $10 million off her fucking OnlyFans. What's her damn name?
Oh no, you got that mistaken, Slim. She made $42 million off her OnlyFans. You're talking about Catch Me Outside, Bad Barbie.
Yeah, my Bad Barbie girl.
That girl made $42 million on OnlyFans.
See, that right there, that kind of shit makes me think there's no hope for humanity. If that dumbass bitch can make $42 million.
I ain't gonna lie, when I heard that number, I was like, damn, I should make me an OnlyFans. I'm like, God damn, but they just giving the money away like that? Shit.
I mean, literally, this girl made $40-something million off of what, being a trifling ass hoe.
And the funny part about it is she ain't even post no news.
Yeah, a lot of them don't even do that.
Man,
that's ridiculous.
Crazy. And that goes back to what Fresh and Fit be saying. Women don't really need much. All they need is their looks.
See, Bowman's still in here?
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with your generation, bro?
What? Like, in terms of what?
That's your generation.
What? Doing what?
All this bullshit these days.
You talking about
every generation.
How old is you, Jordan?
23.
Okay, so when you 33, that's when you really gonna have your choices.
Jordan, I thought you were about damn near 30.
No,
man, Jordan's still at Clemson, bro.
Yep.
Oh man, I thought you were about my age. I thought you were at least about 31, 32.
Nope.
Nah, he just sounds like Morgan Freeman.
Hell, you the grandpa here. Me and t2y the same age.
How old are you, Marcus?
I'll be 32 in December.
Okay.
I got you older than me. My bad.
Yeah,
I got you about a couple of years.
Yeah, September I'll be 34.
Yeah, I turned 34 in March.
Yeah, Jordy, yeah. Your generation, is looking very bad.
How old is everybody in the chat? Let me know how old y'all is in the chat. Let me see.
We ain't as crazy as y'all think sometimes, but you were every young but it's been like that forever. Every young generation been.
Your generation will rob a bank, get outside the bank, pull out their camera. Yeah, just robbed the bank, got a gun in my hand.
No, his generation they'll shoot up a school and go live. That's his generation.
Oh hell!
I seen a video where the kids was at school in the auditorium in the gym, and they all showing their guns.
Yeah, up in Chicago. I seen that.
No bullshit. I saw a news article last year. Dude killed his own mama to get the insurance money so he could flex some cash in a music video he was making.
Damn.
What kind of shit is that?
That's crazy as hell. I'll be seeing them all on the internet. Even that one kid, he went live in his car talking mad trash and got killed on live. I'm like, damn. How you gonna let the ops know where you at?
We ain't had no cameras to record shit when I was growing up.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there would be some that would record if y'all had, if y'all had that kind of stuff. But
no, there's a reason I ain't got no record because I ain't never been caught. I wouldn't have been dumb enough to put shit on film and not get caught.
I ain't talking about you. I'm just saying some.
You know who started that? You know who
fact.
started that? That dude named Boonk. Whole lot of gang shit.
Oh,
that dude.
I remember
stores.
I remember
He used to
Boonk.
go up in the stores, rob the stores of their food and shit. Don't pay for it, run out and be putting it on camera and shit.
Yeah, I saw him get a haircut and then just get up right after the Clippers and walked out. No, well he was like he got up like he was about to pay him and then he just walked out and then started sprinting once he was out. I was like, oh my, is he dead? What is he in jail?
Bro, dude used to go to Dunkin' Donuts, go behind the counter, make him a box and leave.
I mean, they still do that shit nowadays, though. I mean, every other day, somebody walking into a CVS with a trash bag, filling it up, and walking out.
Oh, Jordan, you stay in South Carolina?
Mm-hmm. Greenville.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went to South Carolina one time. I said, man, I ain't never coming back.
I
don't blame you sometimes.
They do any gangster stuff in South Carolina?
Yeah, Columbia. Yeah.
What's the most gangster stuff they do over there?
Columbia.
Yeah, Columbia got pretty rough for a while.
Yeah.
What's the worst crime they commit over there? What they do? Barbecue squirrels?
They people be dying. People getting killed. It's
I mean, what part of South Carolina? I think I went to that army base. What's the name of that army base in South Carolina?
Fort.
Is it Fort Worth or something like that?
Yeah.
No, not Fort Worth.
No, not Fort Worth. That's Florida. Fort
Knox.
Shit. I don't because I'm not from South Carolina. I grew up in the Charlotte area. So, shit.
Man, I went to that part of because my aunt, she was getting married to this military dude. He was in the army. Man, we get there. The Walmart closed at 8:00. You couldn't buy no liquor after 8:00. Man, we riding down the road. It's like 10:00. There's nobody on the road. The whole area is just dark and just blinking lights.
Oh, was it Fort Sumner?
It was
Fort Sumner.
Was it Fort Sumter?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Man, you know it's bad when Walmart.
What happened back in the 90s? Back in the 90s, a bunch of Bloods left New York, came set up shop in Columbia. That's when Columbia got rough.
Man, I went in there. I said, hey, I said, hey, y'all Walmart 24/7. The lady looked at me crazy. She's like 24/7. She like, hun, this Walmart closed at 8:00. I said, what? I said, I ain't never been in a Walmart thing. Walmart always stayed open. She like, no, sir. This closed at 8:00.
And if they don't stay open 24 hours, they close what 11?
Well, not since the pandemic, but like I say, but during that time, Walmart, all the Walmarts I know, they was open 24/7.
Yeah, I know the neighborhood markets, they always close at all.
And then I went in this gas station. I go in the gas station, all the liquor part of the gas station is all chained down. I'm like, well, y'all don't sell liquor? He's like, no, we don't sell liquor after 8:00. I said, damn. I said, so what y'all a moist county? Y'all a dry county? He was like, yeah. I said, oh, hell no. I said, oh man, I'm ready to leave right now. And then they had like this little club. I'll go in the club, man. Me and my people, we going there. Man, them South Carolina people, they treated us like we were celebrities. I'm like, bro, I'm from a small town in Florida. They like, what? You from Florida? Man, they treated us like we were celebrities. Oh, you ain't got to buy no liquor. We'll give you a VIP section. Damn. Man, look here.
See, Homestead knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly when G-Shine comes set up shop in Columbia. That's when Columbia got bad. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people overlook it. Memphis, Tennessee ain't a city to go fucking around in either.
Oh, no. I know about Memphis.
Oh, yeah, Memphis ain't. That is not the spot.
I love me some good old Palm Beach. Nothing happened.
Memphis gets overlooked a lot because it's not a huge city. Man, they just as bad as Chicago and Detroit.
Probably.
I'm gonna tell you a place where they don't mess around either. Over there in that Birmingham, Alabama area, they don't play that.
That's why I love me some boring ass Palm Beach.
Yeah, Charlotte's gotten bad.
Shit, you talking about Palm Beach County for like 8 years in a row was the murder capital of Florida.
Oh,
I didn't hear. If they were, I didn't hear about it.
Man, not if you grew up in now. Come on. If you've been growing up in Palm Beach for all your life, T2Y, you done heard about them murders.
Man, from 90s into the
But
early
you know,
2000s,
when you hear
County
there, it's never as bad as it sounds.
there were more murders in Palm Beach County than any other county in the state. There's like 200 counties in the state.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you live there, you don't really look at it that way. You don't really.
You got numb to it.
You're right, because I mean I'm used to Memphis. There ain't nowhere in Memphis I won't go.
Yeah, I stay in Orlando area, so you know we got a high crime rate, top 10 crime rate every year.
I mean, if you listen to the TV, if you go to Chicago right now, you gonna die.
Oh well, yeah. I've been to Chicago. I mean, as long as you know where you're at.
You legit have like 25, 30 people get shot in Chicago every weekend.
Yeah, but it's usually concentrated in like 2 areas.
Oh yeah, it's all on the south side.
Yeah.
So yeah. If you go to Chicago, you got to go to like the good part.
Yeah.
Like
as long as you know where you're at all times.
If you go to the south side.
See, that's the problem with Memphis. It don't matter if it's North Memphis. It don't matter if it's South Memphis. It don't matter if it's Midtown, Orange Mound. It don't shit. It's all over the fucking city of Memphis.
I ain't gonna lie. Memphis got some good looking women over there, boy.
They say Chicago murders be like buy one get one.
Damn. Oh, Boston took the lead.
Yeah, Boston been leading for the last 5 minutes now. I think the most they've been up by was like 4.
That's why I don't leave a house without at least 2 of them things. Most of the time, 3. Don't fuck around me when you want to.
I live in Atlanta. So many people ask me questions about rough neighborhoods in Miami.
You live in Atlanta.
What's the rough neighborhoods in Miami? What's it called?
Overtown and Little Haiti.
Opelika.
And Carroll City.
Oh. Yeah, I'm about to say Carroll City, Liberty City, Overtown, and Opelika.
Hialeah.
Yeah, Hialeah, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in Palm Beach, you got to go to Riviera and downtown Palm Beach. They call that shit West Nile.
Yep, West Nile.
Man, I remember a while back they had like little DVDs going out on Gangsters and Thugs. All that wild shit that was happening in Palm Beach.
Talking about them hood fights DVDs back in the day?
Yeah. Them shit used to be funny to watch. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dude, I still got a couple of them floating around my house somewhere.
Man. Yeah, look at that, Jordan. And just like that, Boston is up again and again and again.
That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah.
Now, see what I find funny though is we've gone on for the last 15 minutes on the rough parts of all these cities, and folks wonder why cops act the way they do. They got to.
Yeah, I mean it depends. I mean it depends. I mean sometimes it's not.
Yeah, some of it be unnecessary.
Yeah.
Sometimes it absolutely is. You're right, and sometimes it's well deserved.
There's got to be more.
You know what I learned though with cops? If a cop pulled me over and told me I had on a seatbelt, he motherfucking lying. Because I'll be like driving with no seatbelt and I see one and I put it on, but I'll be looking from a distance like, well, if I can't see if you have a seatbelt on, how the fuck can you see if I have one on?
They're lying like a motherfucker.
They got X-ray vision. They just trying to get they just trying to get their quota.
Because I put myself in their shoes where I was, okay, let me see if I can see somebody without a seatbelt. I'll be driving right next to him and you couldn't even see it. So I'll be like, nah, if you pull me over.
They can't see me because I always got tint, so they can't say nothing about my seatbelt. They can either say my tail light out or either I've been speeding. So I don't know about no damn seatbelt.
I got
See, I don't even lie. I'll tell them straight up, I ain't got the fucking seatbelt on. I don't give a shit.
Over a couple months ago, and the dude was like, "Oh, he thought I ain't had on no seatbelt." I'm like, "No, you didn't. You thought I was smoking because you saw that vapor smoke coming out of the car."
Yeah.
I had the same state trooper pull me over for like the third time for no seatbelt. He finally asked me, he said, "Why you ain't had no seatbelt on?" I said, "Because in my opinion, y'all don't have the right or the authority to make me wear a seatbelt when it don't hurt nobody else. The only person that's gonna hurt not wearing a seatbelt is me."
And see, some cops probably would have took that the wrong way and whooped your ass.
No, they ain't whoop my ass. I promise you that.
Someone will be like, "Oh, get out the truck."
A lot of times, yes, cops need to quit escalating shit, but people also need to quit escalating shit. They ain't finna get in no fight with a fucking cop over a damn seatbelt ticket. Write me my little $20 ticket, send me on my way, bro.
I ain't never met a cop where I had a conversation with. It's license registration. Here you go. That's it. Come back, ticket, and that's it. And I'll be like, all right.
I've never been pulled over.
So. That goes back to what I said earlier. I don't go anywhere without at least 2 guns on me. So I end up in a conversation with them every time I get pulled over. And believe me, you want to find every dickhead cop in the world, legally be carrying a gun on you. You'll find them all.
Oh yeah, as soon as they run your tag, they pulling you over. Oh, no. He's licensed to carry. Let me see if he's fucking up today.
You know what? And it wouldn't surprise me, but I set my cruise where I'm going. Most of the time I have my windows up and my tent's pretty dark so I can't see if I'm wearing a seatbelt or not. I don't get pulled over that often.
Yeah, I get pulled over once in a blue moon, once every other year or so.
I still never been pulled over. I'm knock on wood. So I'm trying to keep that streak going. And there are times where I should have been pulled over, but I've been lucky.
And I don't think I've ever had gotten pulled over for something that was bullshit. I mean, when I've gotten pulled over, yeah, I was speeding, or one time I had a headlight out. Which, I mean, sometimes, shit like that happens. A lot of times you ain't even know you got a headlight out till you get pulled over.
Yep.
Yeah, I ain't never got pulled over for a headlight. Tail light though, yeah. And I was like, "Oh shit! Oh, my tail light out? Well, I didn't know. How am I supposed to know? I can't see back there."
Well, and that's most of the time you don't end up with a ticket for that because they know too that you don't know a lot of times you get pulled over.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you how many times that's what I had. How many tickets I done talked myself out of.
Oh yeah, everybody has. But see, that's exactly my point, though. I mean, that was my point at the beginning of all of this. We've all been let go for shit. And police ain't nowhere near as bad as they try and make them out to be.
It depends on where you're at, and it depends on what how you approach the the interaction.
Yeah, and honestly, I would say small town cops are worse than bigger cities.
You're probably not you're not wrong about that, actually.
Yeah, those cops are bored. They ain't got shit.
They are bored. I've been up to Virginia.
I literally lived in a town in Georgia because I lived in South Georgia for about 3 or 4 years. I lived in a town in Georgia. There was probably like 500 people in this town. Didn't even have a stoplight. We had one of them flashing yellow lights.
That's how you know.
There was that one cop that would pull everybody over for doing 1 mile an hour over the speed limit.
Wow.
You'd be like, "Yep, I got 8 more hours of this shit to do."
Hell, the chief of police also ran the septic truck.
Damn.
I ain't bullshitting. You can't make that kind of shit up.
He ain't worse as old boy in Polk County, Grady Judd. If Grady Judd, I watched the video earlier. He arrested a lady that had a tow truck. He said, "Hey, he's like, hey, I'm gonna seize this tow truck that she got, and I'm gonna put Polk County Sheriff on it." and we
I
gonna
still
use it
got
value.
Yeah, this
Hey, I
remember
still
one
got
time.
the family in Polk County. They fucked up Polk County. I give you that.
So one time I got a ticket. So basically they sent me to ticket school, so I don't get no points on my license or whatever. This cop that was running the class, he told us straight up, like, we love guys that drive Ford, that drive Chevy, and those kind of vehicles that we carry. He was like, I can't wait to catch somebody fucking up in a Corvette. We gonna take that.
They
I tell you,
love doing that.
And he told us too, like, the Corvette that he had parked outside, he was like, yeah, we took that from somebody, slapped some police on it and shit, and it's ours.
There's there's
over
several
in
places in Florida too. Up there in Plant City, them cops around there don't play.
They're like,
Yeah,
Hey,
Grady, hey, you should have seen Grady Judge. Grady Judge said, hey, if somebody come to a school, we gonna shoot you to the graveyard. If you plan on doing a shooting at a school, we gonna shoot you to a graveyard. I said, God damn, Grady Judge.
Yeah, I agree with Grady.
Grady
Judge.
don't play that shit. And Grady been there since 1972.
I agree with Grady.
He has. He's been there a long ass time.
If you a school shooter, I don't care if you surrender or not. They should put some in your ass.
Grady said, I'm not sparing nobody. You come to a school, one of these schools right here in Polk County, think you're gonna shoot, we gonna shoot you to a grave. I said, boy, look at here. I said, damn, boy, Grady
Doesn't need to
Judge.
do those motherfuckers.
That's why, like, if I ride through Polk County,
at the end of the day, you don't shut up a school. Why should you eat 3 meals a day and have all that kind of shit? Because that's what you're gonna do.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
but like,
we were talking about this very subject the other day on somebody else's show, and nobody agreed with me, but whatever, it's my opinion. Motherfuckers like that are why they need to go back to hangings on the courthouse lawn. You don't deserve to sit on death row for 30 years.
Oh,
Your ass needs to die.
You want to go back to when people used to take their kids to public hangings and stuff.
They used to.
Yeah. They had picnics and stuff.
at least get
the
chair.
At least motherfucker won't grow. They gonna grow up not wanting to do that. I promise you.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
But over in Ocala, Marion County, the sheriff he sees the Hellcat, and he got a Hellcat as his car.
Shit, my uncle spent some time locked up in North Florida in Weewahitchka. He said the superintendent of that compound we were on, that man had a mason jar full of gold teeth he kept on his desk that he knocked out of people's mouths.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
He collected them.
Shit, everybody I've talked to from Florida has heard of that. It's and actually I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it's a juvenile facility. It was in Weewahitchka, Florida, and everybody nicknamed it Weewahitcha.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I got an uncle that did some time up there.
Yeah, that's clever though.
But like I say, the county sheriff, if you got a nice car and they seized it, they gonna take your car. Especially like a Hellcat, anything fast, Hellcat, Corvette, they gonna take it.
Yep, they do what they give. They slap everything on you that they can, so you can't get it back.
They gonna try to seize your car. Grady said, "Hey, I'm gonna take this tow truck. I'm gonna put Polk County Sheriff on it, and we gonna use it. I use." So I don't know what that means. He gonna be whoever drive that tow truck. They gonna be towing a lot of cars.
Man, is Draymond selling the?
Go ahead.
I was just asking. I was like, is Draymond selling the game again? Because I'm seeing Draymond getting roasted on Twitter again.
Yeah.
Draymond.
Hold on, let me go.
Man, he been playing horrible.
Yeah.
I was just gonna answer Homestead's question. I lived in Colquitt County, Georgia.
You said Colquitt County? Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a small town. You probably stayed in You probably stayed in Tifton. Did you stay in Tifton?
Look at Uncle Lou already trolled.
That was up Tifton, just north.
Uncle Lou didn't waste no time. Tennessee.
Look, I want to see the I want to see the replies. I know it was only 2.
You
I wonder
might,
for Tennessee.
you might have stayed in that same town that Tamori Terry came from.
Oh man,
I remember Tamori Terry. He came from a
didn't
small town
Tamari
in
Terry
Georgia.
kill somebody?
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Has he gone to? He ain't gone to court yet.
I don't know. I haven't kept up with that story, but yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember when we went and recruited him. The time he was in had like 500, 600 people, and they only had like one stoplight. So that might be the same town you talking about. That's in South Florida.
Because all you got in Colquitt County, I mean, you got a couple of little small towns, but you got Norman Park and you got Moultrie. That's all it's in Colquitt County.
What the hell is that?
That's a hell of a high school football program in Georgia, though. They always have been.
That's a damn. What is that? That kind of look like.
They're trying to figure out what creature that is in Texas.
That's a wolf man. That's a wolf man right there.
The Colquitt County Packers, their colors are black and gold.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. If I had stayed in Georgia, that's where I'd have played. If I'd have stayed in Florida, I'd have played for Clearwater High School.
Oh yeah, I meant to play this for you guys earlier.
I like Clearwater.
Florida State fans always hate.
Alex is that's gonna get me upset here. Alex said, "Why are people so high on Mario Cristobal? This hype is laughable." From Tallahassee, Florida, fictional home of Sabre printers, yes, and real home to the greatest university in America. Both of those things are true. Alex, you're asking me why people are so high on Mario Cristobal, and then you said the hype is laughable. Could we do ourselves a favor here? I know you're listening or watching. We can't actually communicate, but you know what? Talk anyway. What is the hype? Define the hype around this man, Mario Cristobal in Miami. What is the hype? I think sometimes, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, Alex. I'm just saying in a general sense right now. I think sometimes people create things that don't exist. 3 people saying something on Twitter does not equal everyone is saying, quote unquote. You may see some random folks, or you may go to a Miami message board and see some fans in clusters get carried away with expectations. That happens with every team. I'm telling you right now, you can find a Kansas State fan right now that claims they're going to be in the Big 12 and go to the playoff. You can find outliers. But man, there are not massive pockets of people guaranteeing Mario Cristobal and Miami are going to rack up multiple national championships or they're going to win the ACC this year. That is such an outlier of an opinion. So what's the real hype? What are people really excited about? They're excited because they think they got one of the best recruiters in the country, check, to come home, also check, and they just reinvigorated their program because now they have more top to bottom buy-in administratively and culturally than they've had under the previous several regimes. Check, check, check. All of those are reasons to be excited. Can you answer me this if you're disagreeing with me? How should you feel? Like if you live in Coral Gables, if you live in Delray Beach and you're a big Miami fan, how should you feel? Should you watch one of your own who was tearing it up on the West Coast come to Miami and cross your arms and say, oh, he'll probably suck? Like that's what would be dumb to me. It'd be dumb to not be excited. It'd be foolish to not be excited if you're a Miami fan.
Yeah, Josh always be. Josh always is.
Florida State fans always hating, boy.
And see that's the overall opinion that I've tried to put out this summer. I don't expect a whole lot this year, and really to me this year is irrelevant. What I'm looking at is 2024 and 2025 when I know that this is going to be one of the most loaded rosters in the country.
Yeah, I mean, Josh is always speaking. He might not always like what he says, but he's.
Oh yeah, Josh. Yeah, he like Miami.
Yeah. What is that?
He had to bite his words because before Mario came, he said there was no chance he was leaving Oregon.
Yeah, I had to bite mine too because I didn't think it would happen too.
Everybody was all Phil Knight money.
Yeah, he apologized on his hands and knees. He basically groveled. I'm sorry, and he put up that sign I was like, oh man. But since Mario's been at Miami, he's been real Miami positive. So
Yeah, he see the writing on the wall. Count your days, Clemson.
we're gonna be just fine. It's gonna be some battles. That's what I'm expecting. We might win it one year, y'all might win it the next. But I mean, as long as we still got the recruiting rolling, and we still Dabo's still here, I think we're gonna be fine.
I just can't wait. I can't wait to see when the facilities are done being built and they get that tour. That shit gonna be amazing. Because we always had the players, just ain't never had the facilities. We just ain't never kept up with America.
Well, that's because they had success being cheap and figured that they could do that forever.
Yep.
So now that we're gonna have top coaches, gonna have top facilities and everything, it's gonna be interesting.
Big game boomer. Get his list off the screen. I'm surprised, man. He had Miami lower than Clemson. Yeah, he hates on certain teams. It's like it's obvious too.
I'm sorry, Bucks. Man. Anyways, oh shit, I've been on here for too long. I'm about to wrap this thing up, guys.
I was thinking, I was like, man, you've been going for a long time. I wasn't gonna say anything because I'm having fun, but
yeah,
it's getting late.
The conversation was just flowing. Yeah, but I'm about to get off here, man. Appreciate everybody for watching. Appreciate everybody for hitting the like button, supporting the channel, and all that good stuff. With that being said, good night, everybody. Hope y'all have a good weekend, and go Canes.
Deuces.
All right, later, y'all.
All right, catch y'all later.